We're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. No, I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games can play, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth, it's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. Let's fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. From much expected, much is given. One that made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it tonight. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm ASICs. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the rope. She fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games can play, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, it's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. I'm gonna share all that I have and give to those in need. So we're gonna win this battle, fight that disease. No one can support you, believe that's me on. We got to keep it open, no, I love you.
Are you waiting?
Great job.
Yay.
Oh my God.
Cancer is killing, millions and millions of people. Me and my team, along with Sam Watson and his team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, 'cause I know my time. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal, 'cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. Fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up and make it brilliant. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it tonight. Ooh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition, I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. Our parents are slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common
So we
goals.
gotta give back, give love, give in some way. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm gonna wrestle and fight this final round. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Can't get played, can't take it personal, 'cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. I'm gonna share all that I have and give to those in need. So we're gonna win this battle, fight that disease. No more threats, children leaving hearts that's young. We got to be open up. Oh, no, I never let
Are you making
Great job.
Yay.
Oh my God.
Cancer is killing, millions and millions of people. Me and my team, along with Sam Watson and his team, we're gonna stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened oh so fast. No, they got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, 'cause I know my time. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle. ritual of life. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games that you can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a lie. Hey, I'm telling you the truth. Hey, it's all in what you do. Hey, some things you gotta do. Hey, 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 hey. It's fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. Wanna make a living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it through like ooh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm A6. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition, I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals.
Yeah, give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm gonna wrestle and fight this final round. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games we play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a lie. Hey, telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey, 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 hey. I'm gonna share all that I have and get to those that need.
Hey, barbershop conversations, man. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, that song's so nice. We had to play it 3 times, man. What it do, man? What it do? DB and Fresh, D Man, Brothers UK, Triple OG, Mark Wonderlick, TZ Frank. Welcome back, man. You been on vacay a little bit. Picasso, Champion Heart, Big Homie. What it do? What it do? Myrrh. Is it Mir? No, Myrrh. DB, I'm gonna need that tutorial again. Boxing Bully, what it do, yo? I appreciate everybody coming in here, real rap, man. Hey, man, welcome to the show, man. We in the son of a gun, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And amongst the black on black crime, y'all know we can talk about that today. But I saw that this article, and it kind of made me smile a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? The reason why it made me smile a little bit, because those are the worst ratings I've ever seen on a major network. You know what I mean? Like literally major network. I've never seen anything like that ever in my life. And the reason why I bring that up is, if you let your opponent or enemy get up and you have them on the ground, it's your fault what they do to you next. You understand? When you got a chance, read 48 Laws of Power. When you got a chance to destroy them, dismantle, get rid of them, that's what you do. And I think in this present climate, with all these things that's going on, because if you don't take advantage of a crisis, it's your fault, right? And I think boxing fans and fighters need to be opportunistic. You understand what I'm saying? And if we don't take advantage of this, it's going to be politics as usual. My boy Jay-Z said in his first album, you know what I mean? It's going to be politics as usual. They're going to be dictating, telling you guys this is a great fight when we don't want to fight. You understand what I'm saying? Gary Russell, if we had the power like we got now, Gary Russell will be fighting Leo Santa Cruz. You understand? And Tank Davis would be fighting Devin Haney or something like that. You understand? And it's, these pay-per-views are in deep doo-doo. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why is because America's not paying attention. America don't value boxing. And honestly, why should Americans value boxing? You understand? And um I think we have the power, man. Land of the 216. What it do? What it do? Salute Fred. Right back at you, big homie. And we have the chance, what we've all been waiting for. You know what I mean? Where they have to respect the fans' dollar. I'm not just talking about the black dollar. I'm not just talking about the Mexican dollar, the Asian dollar, the white dollar, the Indian dollar, the UK dollar, the Canadian dollar. I'm talking about boxing fans as a whole. Bob Arum has alluded to this. He said some dumb things about fans in the past, but he also says, ain't nobody making money in boxing. And I follow the financials rather closely. I don't know what people make, but I can tell by ticket sales, times my DMs, times my emails, times y'all curiosity, times the real numbers that are made public. And it tells me that what's up, Champ Side? That it's not where it once was. And we don't have like an absolute star in boxing. We have superstars, but like that Roy Jones, that Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean? Deontay Wilder has 1 foot in, you know what I mean? He's right there. If he would have beat Tyson Fury in front of that audience, whew, yeah, but he's on the comeback trail, and we have no doubt that he'll reign supreme, and Earl Spencer's trailing right behind him. But due to this pandemic, no one truly really cares about boxing but us. You know what I mean? And Showtime is in deep doodle, man. Showtime is in deep doodle. And I know he's gonna talk about black on black crime. But I just think that this is just important, so we recognize the dollar as well. Because that black on black crime topic ain't going nowhere. But since it's connected to Paul and Malignaggi, I thought we'll talk about that tonight too. And feel free if you want to deviate into black on black crime. I did my research. I got a bunch of notes right here. Totally not a problem with that. But so we can go either way y'all want to go with it. If y'all want to talk what we talked about yesterday, you're more than welcome to. But it's time. It's really, really time. And it's up to us. It's literally up to us what we want to do. You know what I mean? Do we want to hold their hands to the fire? And if we hold their hands to the fire, media got to get on board. You know what I mean? Media get on board, and I know a lot of media members are selfish. I know them personally. A lot of them are selfish. And that's cool too. You have the right to be selfish. But I'm gonna tell you what, ain't no media member making $1 million in boxing. All right. And we would all love to make $1 million a year covering boxing. And imagine if as a media member, there was a base salary for media members along with your hustle as a YouTuber. And 2, if media, like I do 99.9% of the time, is take y'all questions to the fans, take how y'all feel about the fans. I ask the questions that little boy or little girl is watching the fight with their mother, father, grandfather, auntie, uncle. I take those questions with me. And a lot of times it gets, y'all know the routine. And as long as the media will advocate for the fights y'all want, we can literally put Showtime, Fox, ESPN, DAZN on their knees and say, you know what? We have about 500,000 boxing fans. If you put this fight on, and I'm talking about like all media outlets saying, we want this, we get this, and the fans get that. Or the fans get this and we get that, your perspective. And if we do that shit, sheesh. You know what I mean? It could be super duper powerful. I don't know if this is working. Let's see if it's working yet. 682, what's up?
Hey, Fred, man, I was catching the early part, man. I don't want to talk about back on that crime because, crime happens.
You can talk about anything you want. What's up?
Crime happens around whoever the fuck you around, but whatever. You was talking about boxing and when I was in school and college and all that, bro, nothing drew a crowd like a motherfucking fight, right? Like, if, man, my junior year in high school, Last day of school, it was organized. We had 3 bouts,
Hmm.
2 girls, 1 dude bout, and man, everybody at 2 schools was at that motherfucking fight.
I bet.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
bet.
You know, and I'm sure it was the same in your day, everybody day. So is it that the sport itself is not as interesting, or is it that you know people are making these? You know, they don't got C class fighters fighting C class, B and B, A and A plus and A plus. I mean, they try to, they fucking up the matchmaking, which kind of, I don't want to watch no one side of that fight. Or is it that the sport itself is actually dying and it's really a niche sport for people who really like fighting? You know, what's your opinion on that?
It's a combination of all the above. One, it's dying. Two, we've had 2 years of this bickering back and forth, and obviously people have chosen sides. I've chosen sides at times.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, best product versus best product wins. You understand? And now they shoving, and now because networks don't want to pay, networks don't want to put up the money. That's why Jamel Charlo and Tank Davis are pay per view, because fans have revolted. Fans says, "No, we ain't paying for that shit," and they haven't completely yet. Fans haven't completely yet said. And to Jamel Charlo's credit, that's the best fight he can possibly have. You understand? But prior to that, we were getting what? Bullshit versus bullshit. You know, you know what I mean? A lot of the fights have been bullshit, and on everybody's side of the street, on everyone's side of the street, not just ESPN, PBC, so on and so forth. Everybody has taken advantage of the fan base, and now it's back down to square zero. The NBA is not doing great ratings. I haven't even watched the game yet. You know what I mean? So that tells you, by my own algorithms, my new algorithms, I can tell, like, I'm not really interested in the NBA. I know people are, but I'm really not at this present moment. I'm not really interested in boxing. You understand? But I'm following it, but but like watching fights on YouTube and staying engaged. I haven't really done that consistently, So,
Yeah.
So that's
so is it just the fact that everybody is really fucked up right now, and I ain't got no whole bunch of extra bread right now, and the little bit of extra I got, I'm trying to plan on
Absolutely.
another money making move.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I could watch, the shit. I like to support the black fighter, but at this point, I got $100 extra. That shit going towards my goddamn kids.
As it should.
So is it just that part of it, or is it that the fact that Floyd and juiced us so many years? De La Hoya was juicing us in the '90s to a certain degree, or is it just the fact that it's not no superstar out there that's crossing, the rap lines, just a real true superstar, you know what I'm saying? A guy that's in the movies, a movie here and there, a big blockbuster movie, it's just that we don't have a star to drive everybody to the screen, or is it just the fact that it's 4 companies that's hell bent on not working with each other to make the best possible product?
All the above. And if I'll say this, if Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather had been a barn burner, like Manny Pacquiao found a way to break down Floyd's defense and put Floyd on the ropes, and the fight was on the line in round 11 and round 12, we would still be talking about that fight to this day. The biggest thing about that fight is how much money the fighters made, not what punches were landed. And that is important. People pay to be entertained. No, I understand the fighter's perspective, hit and not get hit. You're absolutely 1000%. But when we pay as fans, we have expectations. When a fighter goes into the ring, he also has expectations, and they differ in terms of the level of and how they perceive as what each other perceive to be entertainment. So
But well, I was gonna say, but shit, man, Earl Spence on Porter was the fight.
It was a great fight.
Like that shit was back and forth action
Mm-hmm.
from round 1 to 12. We got a knockdown close to the end, and you still, you kind of felt like he pulled it out with that knockdown, but it was such a close
It
fight.
was very entertaining.
But we didn't have as many eyes on that fight.
And we couldn't have, because I'm telling you, man, it's since that's a hot topic, it's like the crime bill in 1992. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao made people say "fuck it." You know what I mean? And Deontay Wilder was bringing the imagination back. I talk shit, I back it up, I knock you out. Who's next? And and he had a setback. Fury cheated, and so that kind of halted us. Because Deontay Wilder was going viral every fight. And he'll make a comeback. And
but
go ahead.
even with that though, you can't, like, as much as we like to give Floyd, his credit, I was always a Bernard Hopkins fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I followed Jermaine Taylor, and because they was in that same weight range, and both of them were fighting good guys. And I feel like any great sport, you can't have one guy carrying the entire sport.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? You gotta have, you gotta have a heavyweight champion, obviously, but you gotta have a middleweight dude that's fighting everybody. 147 guy. And so 154 is, to me, has been carrying, for my personal interest, 154 been carrying.
It's a great division, isn't it? Isn't it a great division? It's a great division.
For me, you know what I mean? As far as, the matchups to where we seeing, I would say Harrison is a B+ fighter. You know what I mean? Charlo may be an A fighter, but he ain't no A+ fighter to where it's so lopsided. You know what I'm saying? And, so I feel like more matchmaking. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to get the young guys some easy fights to get them, to 10-0, 15-0 maybe, but you can't put, ESPN threw some bullshit up there for
that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit, wasn't it? That was some bullshit. 2 weeks in a row, Tuesday and Thursday. I was like, man, this is just not.
I never watched one.
Yeah, I saw the highlights.
I'm a real live. I want to see somebody get punched in the face. So, I watched it for a little bit, but I'm like, man, this shit is. I know who's gonna win this fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, I feel, Bob Arum, man, we got to get some shit out here to where some motherfuckers can gamble on the shit and everybody not know who gonna fucking win.
Sure.
But how do you do that when, two of the best guys is on this side of the street, these other two guys on the other side of the street, we fight it out on our side of the street, but we never get the championship, to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what made Deontay Wilder so special, was that he wanted to show the world that he was the best fighter. In 90 days, he fought Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury. I don't think no one's ever done anything like that. Earl would have went from Sean Porter to Danny Garcia. That would have been great. And if you could help me think of anyone else that's done anything like that in boxing in the past year and a half, 2 years, help me out. Not trying to discredit them, but I'm trying to think of anyone else that has gone to that level of competition back to back. It rarely happens. Not unless you're a contender. I'm not talking about the A-level fighters.
So do you think, because, I hate to say this publicly, but, do you think that it's Canelo's fault? Because he was the next, he the next guy to carry the sport. And when he started, cherry picking and, not really putting out the best possible fights available, you know what I mean? Because, Floyd, he was old when he fought. To me, he was already older. So, you know what I mean? It's really up to that second guy, especially when you got an old superstar on his way out the door, to come on through and put together great competitions. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, because, I still respect De La Hoya as far as a fighter, because he was willing to fight every, supposedly A+ A fighter. And, you know, do you think that it was a Canelo thing to where he didn't really push the line for the sport in order to carry it because he was the next guy that was considered a superstar?
You know, when I'm looking back at it from 50,000 feet, everyone played a part in the division, you know, from barbershop conversations to your other favorite YouTube channel to this, to that. And now we're at a standstill. Now the sport is pre heart attack. What you call that shit? You know, so resuscitation, you know. So
You know,
it's
so do you think that it's about the fighters taking less money and fighting more times a year?
all the
You know,
above, all the
oh,
above.
it's all the
I'm
above.
not gonna say less money because
I mean, but it's less money in the pool, so everybody got to take less money.
right now in
You
this
know,
climate, yes, and as we see the world now, yes, absolutely. But I can't see. I only can see like special attractions making money. You know, I mean, Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, but you can't have a pay-per-view in September, October, November, and expect Fury and Wilder to do numbers. It ain't gonna happen. It's not happening. That's
yeah,
not.
you know, because the gate is what's killing it. Because
Mhm.
you know, at least the hardcore fan that want to come and see a great matchup, you losing, you know, 20, 30 million on at the ticket booth and merchandise and what the at that you know that December 1st date at this casino
Sure.
with all the other shit that go around it.
Mhm.
That was so much of what boxing really is.
Mhm.
You know, it's kind of damned if you do throw a big fight now because the gate of it, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And two, with how you
Mhm.
can watch a fight for free, you know,
Mhm.
and that's my big thing. Like, bro, when you know 10 million people watch the fight for free,
Mhm.
like you know, if you just got $1 from each one of those people, you know what I mean? It could really put a lot of juice into the game.
And truth be told, it's no way to stop it now too. It's no way they can stop it. It's no way they can stop illegal streaming. Only when there's high volume and a lot of people are on that stream, it'll glitch. But there's no Floyd Mayweather or Deontay Wilder that can say like Jamal Charlo, with all due respect to them, um, um, it's not going to be a problem streaming their fight for free. It's not going to be
Yeah.
a problem. Tank Davis,
Well, you
Leo
know,
Santa Cruz. It's not going to be any hiccups no matter what stream you use, you know, because it's not the volume is not going to be there to disrupt the service, you know.
yeah.
But I think these numbers, 150,000 people watched a fight.
Yeah.
That's scarce. That's like,
Yeah.
man, that's I do that
Yeah.
a day
You
on my
know,
YouTube channel. I do 150. Let me see if I can pull that shit up. I do 150 views a day on my channel, minimum. You know what I mean? So, you know, I got thousands of videos. If y'all watch 100, if I get 100 views on each video, you know what I mean? So, but I'm just saying, like, that's the reality of it.
yeah. So, you know, it's just all around, you know, and two, man, you got certain guys that's, you know, they trying to execute their 3-year plan to exit the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the young bucks that's coming up. We didn't have the Olympics to produce us the next
Sure.
star per se.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of different elements that's playing into the decline. Because boxing really does, you know, to a certain extent, it relies on the Olympics to produce the next, you know, the next guy. You know, for sure. Because Anthony Joshua wasn't shit. Well, I didn't know who the fuck he was till he won, you know, gold.
Oh, yeah.
In the same way for Earl Spence and all the other guys that we
The Olympics
consider
helps
to be.
because
you know,
the Olympic helps because you got basketball. Everything is connected. You know what I mean? In one location, you got Kobe Bryant, you got Earl Spence, you got Michael Phelps, you know, you got whoever is a great track athlete, Usain Bolt, you know, you got Venus Williams down, they got tennis. So all of them is under one umbrella. So there's like there's a lot of co-marketing coming on. So that's and NBC put so much money into that, you know. So
yeah, see, I'm sick because shit, I got my son, you know what I mean, trying to, you know, teach him a little bit just in case he needs to cut his beard and go get him some money in that ring.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And, you know, to say that that's not going to be an option for a kid in 10, 15 years, you know what I mean? That's sad because so many people have brought themselves up from out of nowhere from, you know, hard work and dedication, you know?
Now, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be an option, but it looks like right now, it's like a niche sport. It's not like, and funny thing, it's funny how 6 months just change it. Deontay Wilder is February 22nd. We haven't talked about boxing since that day in terms of a great fight, in terms of
You
the
know,
hypeness of the fight. Yeah.
but for me, man, you know, as much and as great as baseball is American pastime, it's a niche sport too. And for it to be, you know, 100 years ago, baseball was football. Football was damn near what boxing is, and you know, run the timetable. And now football is the sport. Basketball, you know, fucking hockey is a niche sport.
Let me get to the next call. You've been on for like an hour.
All right, guys.
I appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you.
My nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real nigga celebration.
What's up, man?
Yeah, what's good with it, man?
How you feel?
Hey, the caller made us some really good
Yeah,
points.
he was.
Yeah, that was seriously. That was a really good call.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I had to come in and touch base on the topic, man, of the whole black on black crime. I'm just gonna make it real simple, man. We gotta worry about us right now. And when I mean by us right now, I'm talking about being on code, understanding the game of America. And if we don't do that and we want to bicker and fight amongst our own, we only doing, you know, what they want us to do, and that's fight amongst our own and waste our time. And why would I give them the satisfaction of fighting against my own for hours and hours, bickering back and forth? I'm more conservative. You're more liberal. I'm pro-liberal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super liberal. I'm super conservative. Like, when you put all these crazy labels on yourself that the white man gave you, let's really keep it real, that some white dude that you've been watching his politics because you are your programming, like I will always continue to say. And when you don't understand what Maxine Waters from LA always talk about reclaiming her time, when you don't reclaim your time and you let them mess up your mind, that's what happens with you. You sit up here and you take this and take that and take this and take that from them until you're mentally abused. So then you act out and you're triggered amongst your own kind and you point fingers at your own kind saying, look what you did. You killed me. You did this. You did that. Instead of saying, look, yeah, we need accountability. Let's not deflect from black on black crime, quote unquote, whatever you want to call it. But at the same time, know who the real enemy is. It's white supremacy. So if you're not willing to knock down this system and you want to fight against your own and say, you know, Fox News talking point, what about black on black crime? We are our own worst enemy. Our own worst enemy. You have that coon type of spirit, then just go sit your ass down in goofy time in the corner and don't leave the house and be scared. And let us, the people who want to do the word, people who want to grind, people who want to, focus on the positives, because there's a lot of positive going on. There's a Fred Hawthorne that's around who's very positive, extremely positive. Focus on that. There's the Al Haymans of the war who's created more black millionaires when it comes to athletes. When it comes to boxing in the last 10 years than anybody else I know. I don't know no other manager, no other person that has a blueprint that Al Heyman has. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about when it comes to boxing. So if you're not doing the work, you have no place to speak. You're basically like a peasant throwing rocks at the castle. Okay, the castle already built. The queen and the king always the queen and the king. So what you gonna do to get to that spot? You know what I'm saying? It's like Ludacris said, I'm looking for the number one spot. So if you're looking for the number one spot, take the necessary steps to get there instead of bickering and arguing against your own. That's basically my talking point about it, man. Like, I feel like we do too much of that. You understand what I'm saying, Fred? Like, I think we should focus on what's tangible. And I know that sounds kind of cliche. People don't want to hear that, but it's true. If you don't focus on what's tangible, how can you ever get to the place where Fred got to? Fred was on the same level that I say about maybe 70% of you are in the chat. He made a necessary decision instead of blowing all his money or gambling, because a lot of us, we have bad habits. Let's keep it real. That's why we cannot get to the super 6-figure level, over 500,000 to $1 million some dollars and all that, because we so focused on low level shit. You still go to the same corner store to buy the same liquor in the same Arabian corner store or Asian corner store, and you wonder why they rich and they doing well, and you not rich and you sitting up there self-medicating. You basically got like a binky in your mouth. So we just have to take take responsibility, take accountability. So Fred, like, what's your thoughts? On the black, like the whole black on black crime. A lot of people making such a big deal about it. What's your take on it?
I do agree with you that it's a anti talking point because it's a deflection tactic as it relates to when black people say we want to take down. I'm gonna simplify the argument. We want to take down this government as it stands per se, and they're killing us. They're inhibiting us. They're not giving us our rights, our resources, our money that they owe us. And then they'll say, "Oh, but you're killing each other." It is it's a divisive space, and I'm under the impression that we can collaborate the the uh, the the effort because I don't want to have the conversation what came first, the chicken or the egg. You know what I mean? What black on black crime, or was it the system that we're put in? Obviously, we know redlining and systemic oppression and our inabilities to win these battles early on, and they given us pseudo remedies that plays a huge part in it. And I don't think that we have to separate the two. I think that
Absolutely.
I think we get it's like black on black crime or white oppression. We got to be on either side of the fence. No, it's all. I think it's all under one.
No. Yeah, you're right. It's all under one umbrella. And look, let's talk about this. You cannot speak. Anybody that's gonna bring it up after this call, don't bring up black on black crime without bringing up mental health. A lot of us are mentally fucking ill. If you don't want to admit that, that's the number one problem right there. A lot of us have like bad issues because of just the torment and then what I'm saying, just the broad beat. Just think about it like this. You can have a great idea, right? And your parents will shoot you down for that great idea, right? And say, oh, you can't do that or you can't do this. So you getting talked down to just from, what I'm saying, from conception. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say you wanted to start trading stocks, but your mom and dad don't know nothing about trading stocks. So they have an ego and they go, oh man, you talking about trading stocks. You think you better than us. You think you bet. First, we got to get out of that, that idea, that mentality that we can't do something. We have to all start. It starts at the home. The mom and the dad both have to be the leaders, and they both have to instill that leadership inside of, inside of their children. And you have to say, look, we have an abundance mindset in this household. We're not going to have limitations in this household. It starts with stuff like that, because if you don't have that, then you just have where they just get in the street, and you're going to have a whole lot of crime and whatever else is going to happen because you don't have anything else. Like the caller said yesterday, we have very limited resources. Once you start getting the resources popping, we get that rolling, then we'll be straight. So please mention mental health if you're going to mention black on black crime. Just want to throw that out there for people. And also look at Jermell Charlo. I know a lot of people don't like the Charlos or this and that and the third, but I think what he did with his son was very profound. It's on his ringside with the Lions or whatever. It was his latest episode.
Shout out to Jermell Charlo.
He just sold another house. This is his 6th house he sold within a year. Al Heyman and him are making major power moves during this like he's him and his realtor and Al, they on a roll. And he even said he's willing to give the game or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? He showed it on his episode with his son. He had his son in there watching him go over the process of the contracts and what you got to do and the negotiation. I just thought that was so dope because a lot of us, we didn't get to see that growing up, Fred, is basically what I'm saying, as black men, as young black men, or even young black women, or even as little kids. So I just think that's a good representation. So anybody who really is pro-black, they really want to learn how to, get their wealth right and, real estate. And Fred do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? And subscribe to his Patreon. What's your Patreon, Fred? Because I don't think you shouted out enough.
Oh, Barbershop Conversations on Patreon. Make sure y'all go to it. Barbershop Conversations on Patreon. And we got some more great news too. Go ahead.
No. And I'm going to go ahead and in closing, man, I just wanted to talk about boxing. Boxing, man, like you said, it's going to be a lot of people in the unemployment line because I just don't see how it's gonna bounce back right away because we still have such an issue with this corona thing. And I looked at other countries, bro, like Finland and they only got 11 cases, 10 cases in Switzerland, 8 cases in other. I'm like, damn, but supposedly we got 10,000 here, 15,000. It's just a mess right now, man. So everybody's just gonna have to be on their hustle. If you are gonna get a big fight going, for the fighters that are listening and watching, you're gonna have to talk some shit. You're gonna have to get the interest. You're gonna have to go out of your character. I know a lot of people don't want to do that, but I just look at the Jorge Masvidal versus Uzma, even though this is not a New UFC channel. I saw what formula they use, and they usually don't talk that much stuff, but with each other, they said, fuck it, we just gonna talk shit, we gonna swallow spit, go hard with one another, and then boom, they end up selling a lot in their pay-per-view. So if you want them pay-per-view numbers, you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, kind of ham it up for the cameras, as they like to say. So just wanted to say that in closing, man. And look, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and be one Black first.
Appreciate you. All right, one. Gregory, what about white on white crime and meth and opiates? Yeah, that shit going down in Louisville, isn't it? Gregory X. Yeah, man. It's Jamel Charlo and Jamal Charlo they got some work. And the reason why I say they got work is for a couple of reasons. Follow me. Is Mike Tyson and Roy Jones is 2 weeks prior. And 2, the Charlo's opponents don't speak English. They have no American profile, like zero. It's no way that I can say, hey, let's go watch a Jason Rosario fight on YouTube. There's no one in my life I can say that to. There are people that I can say, hey, let's go watch a Jamal Charlo fight or a Jamal Charlo fight. So I have an idea for them, and I'll share that in a second. But the video is not titled, so I don't think they'll watch it. But I think but before that, guess what? We're now on Spotify. Okay, so there you go. That's the link to Spotify. I don't know if you can join it or whatever you got to do. So that's the breaking news for the night. We're now Barbershop Conversations is now on Spotify. Thanks to Champside for walking me through it. So I did that today, and so that's exciting news. We just gonna keep on growing. You know what I mean? We got to be as diverse as we can. It was my fault that I didn't build up this platform and my Instagram platform at the same time. I really didn't care too much about it, but now I got to build those platforms up. So that's where we're at, man. So we on Spotify, and so now you guys can just listen to me. You ain't got to waste your battery and shit, and keep on watching on YouTube. So yesterday's show was the first episode, and we'll keep on building from there. So this is gonna be episode 2, and this is gonna be so on and so forth. So now it's easy for you guys to share it, and we'll keep on building. I'll go to Apple, and then we'll do everything else. But thank you guys for that. And so feel free to listen. And that's where I'm at. Black on Black crime. Yeah, we can go there tonight too. I have no problem with it. I think it's important that we do recognize the trauma. Oh, that's what it was while he was talking. We gonna talk. I'm getting goosebumps. Damn, we're gonna talk about this tomorrow when Sergeant Dorsey comes in. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow. Talk about trauma. George Floyd's police cam footage. It was so much trauma in that. The man said within 15 seconds of each other, I've already been shot and I lost my mom. That was tough. That was tough to listen to.
My nigga, this is dedication.
This is anti-hesitation. This is real nigga celebration. This is Reggie Owens on the line, and he got a lot of time. What's up?
I won't take much time.
No, take your time. Take your time. It's all us tonight.
Most definitely. So I want to get into the thing that people hide from, and this ain't to make the inclusion with white folks. We ain't thinking about white. Y'all may think about white folks. I'm speaking how I think personally on this stuff, because a lot of people get caught up in where white people got y'all living in their minds and stuff for free. But when it comes down to the thing, what I focus on black is an issue, because for some odd reason, when black folks get up out their communities, sometimes that behavior change. They know how to act within certain communities, but they can act in particular ways amongst their own people. There's a level of self-hate amongst us, can't hide from. It is not something that's new. It's something within the history of this country. Slavery has played a profound effect on our people. And people hate to hear the truth. A lot of people, and I know people hate to hear the truth, because I hear a lot of people make up shit that doesn't make any sense of being factual based on what we accept that makes us feel good, rather than getting the full and honest truth of shit. Sometimes reality just hurts. You ain't always meant to be a king through history. You ain't always meant to be free in history. You ain't always meant to be successful in history. And some people will hide from the truth to skim and find shit that makes them happy. And people love to live in a lie. Now, all this proximity shit. Oh, let me go check my dog. I got called back. Let me check this goddamn dog. I'll call back and finish my point.
All right. Appreciate you. Yeah. Appreciate you. Right. Mir. Appreciate you, Mir. I said that right. Mir. I said that right. I appreciate you, Picasso, Patty Dean. JJ is the new owner of Barbershop Conversations. You're a new owner, dog. Shit, we all producers. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's
my nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real nigga celebration.
What's up? Oh, you didn't mean to call back. And okay.
By any means necessary.
Block for me, black man.
What's up, 323?
Yo, what up, Fred? It's H Money, Mr. The Zone. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Why you didn't beam in?
Drop the link for me, champ.
All right, peace. Y'all know y'all don't get it. Y'all love H Money. You know what I mean? And the comments go right now. Oh man, I wish your business so much abundance. Oh yeah, Patty Dean. What Patty Dean got popping? Her medallions. Where I got it right here. Let's put it on. Let's put on Patty Dean's medallion. Why not? Can y'all see it? Because this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real nigga celebration. Hey, yay. So yeah. Oh, niggas buying medallions? Oh, DOG 215. I respect that. Yeah, that's dope, man. Go buy the medallions, man. I think it's a great piece for the climate that we're in right now. It's shit. Oh man, Black Future Vintage. Go to blackfuturevintage.com, Patty. Black Future Vintage on Instagram. Or you can just go to Patty Pilates. Patty Style Pilates. Patty Pilates Style. Y'all remix that shit. It's gonna pop up. Y'all play with them names real quick. What's up, man? What's up?
Oh yeah, I was gonna call back in and say this too. I wanted you to touch on the topic of Boosie said that he's going to create his own town. Now we don't know if that's true or not, but if he do it, from your point of view, if you had the well, you pretty much do have the money, but like, you know what I'm saying, like the resources and like have a whole bunch of other men who thought like you on that process, how would you have your own Black Wall Street and your own Black town? What would it look like? And yeah, like, can you kind of touch it? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, you break shit down to a science very well. So for the next 5 minutes, you know, until somebody else call, can you just like break down what that would look like, what it would in detail?
Sure, absolutely. Gregory,
all right,
peace. After Gregory X's super chat, you know what I mean? Because he might beat me up at the next fight. You know, he got that military background. He's, you know, he got them hands. What up, Gregory X? It's all about power. Power is the ability to define. Power is the ability to define phenomenon, define reality, and others accept that reality is truth. You're absolutely right. We all learned that on the Rick Ross album, right? Welcome back.
By any means necessary.
I'll get there.
Block for me, black man.
I'll get there. And Fresh. What's up?
No, go ahead. Finish your point. Then
Go ahead. No, go ahead. We good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I finished where I was leaving off at, but we have to understand what has happened to us, which has led to why, in reality, there is a such thing as black on black crime. Our focus is on focuses we need to fix within our community. It makes no sense for us to live amongst our own people and have to worry about what cars coming down the street, where people lurking. We shouldn't live in communities like that. We shouldn't hate ourselves. And like I was saying, same people who and I know, because I know fucking killers. I don't know what the hell the rest of y'all know or what y'all watch on TV, what y'all watch in documentaries and want to hide from. I know fucking killers who in the neighborhood will act a certain way. They move out the neighborhood, everything changes with them. Their behavior becomes such a pleasant behavior that could have existed in communities of people who look like them. But due to the self-hate, and a lot of us, we don't understand why we hate each other. Sometimes we may hate ourselves. And a lot of times this hate ain't coming from just from white folks. A lot of times we've broken in our own homes. I done watched families destroy fucking little kids. And when I watch these little kids grow up, these little kids, some people you would never want to come across because your head would come up missing. Or the noodles inside your head would come up missing because these kids are dealing with such pain. And when they may look at you, you may look at somebody who has caused such damage to them that they'll destroy you. But these same kids can move up out of certain areas and they feel like they've been uplifted. They done moved up and now their behaviors change and their understanding of things have changed. I've seen many people who live in our neighborhood and have this self-hate, and a lot of them don't begin to develop until they go into a place of incarceration. And they start picking up books and discovering stuff about them, or learning things that make them love themselves. And it's ridiculous, but I agree with what Eric Fresh is saying. A lot of it is coming out of our homes, and that's the trauma. But you must understand, if you getting that kind of trauma out your home, it's going to cause you to hate people who look like you. And that's what relate to black fucking hatred, black on black crimes. Ain't none of this proximity shit. Because also in our neighborhoods, we got a whole thing going on across this country called gentrification. They're in the proximity of us, but are they feeling any of the pains of this crime that we do amongst each other? I don't fucking think so. I watch black folks move up out of, as a matter of fact, you can look at it when we had black folks leaving LA, when LA was at the height of its violence in the late 80s, early 90s. Families moving their kids out of LA, moving to the Inland Empire, moving to Palmdale, Lancaster, all these other places. But what happens? The same kind of behavior begins to manifest itself in other places. So miss me with all that proximity bullshit people make up from watching movies. In order to start making change, you have to start accepting things. You have to start admitting to things. There's an issue when it comes to us. And self-hate is a true goddamn thing. And people can hide, cry from it, don't want to talk about it, then you would never come to fixing anything. And that's just the way it is. And with me, I've always been positive in my community, uplifter in my community, a mentor in my community. But the only problem is that sometimes you can mentor people, you can be a positive reinforcer in your community, but these kids still have to go home. And if they're going home to a fucked up condition, all that's been taught to them, it begins to walk out the door. It begins to walk out their minds because it's not constant. It's not a constant thing when they're going into a home that constantly breaks them down. And like I said, I ain't seen multiple homes from the neighborhoods I'm from people who I love, but a part of me makes me dislike them just based on what I have seen done to young youth inside these homes who are never given a chance because of what kind of bullshit is pushed within their minds. I've seen it firsthand. Y'all watching the movies. I done seen it, done experienced it. But calls are coming in. We about to hype this conversation up.
Right,
but also, keep messing up Mir name, calling it Mir. You remember the Russians had a space lab up in space, right?
Uh-huh.
You was a teacher.
Sputnik.
What was the name of that space lab?
Sputnik? What's it
no,
called? What was it
called? Was Mir.
It's Mir, right?
Yeah, the space lab Mir. Y'all saying Mir. But
Mir.
But that's all I got.
Appreciate it. Thank you, dog. Yeah.
Yes,
didn't we have a space mission called Sputnik though?
That was the Russians when they first launched that satellite up.
Yeah, so I was right. I just had the wrong time, right?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure I was right on the record. I just want to make sure. All right. Peace. I know you the space expert. Hey, let me get everybody. Who everybody love to hate, man.
My nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's the real nigga celebration.
What's up, man?
What up, Fred? What's going on? Hey, Fred, I just want to say, man, my birthday will be in about 8 minutes. 8 minutes till my birthday. You know what I mean? It's a blessing, Fred. You know what I mean? I could have been dead. I could have been in jail, but I'm right here with you right now, man. And I gotta thank God. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I gotta thank God first of all. Gotta thank Fred, you know what I mean, plugging me in with Devin Haney Promotions. You know, we are the future and the present of sports and entertainment. That way.
Are you an employer? Are you employed by them now?
Man, I'm in there. Well, I mean, Fred, appreciate it, bro. I don't want to say too much, but we in there like swimwear. You know what I mean? Shout out to the boss, Bill Haney. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the best fighter in the world, Devin the Dream Haney. All day, every day. You know what I'm saying? We want all that work. Javante Davis can get it. Adrian Broner's on the hit list. Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, every last one of them. Line them up. You know what I mean? Hey, guess what, Floyd? Guess what? I said Floyd. Guess what, Fred? I feel like this. Devin Haney, he wants to be better than Floyd Mayweather. Let's just throw that out there. He wants to be better. You know what I mean? Real talk. Devin Haney became a world champion at only 20 years old. Floyd Mayweather became a champion at 21. Listen to me now, Fred. Watch me break it down like fractions. Sugar Ray Leonard was a champion at 23. Devin Haney a champion at only 20. You know what I mean? So the man is the real deal. You know what I'm saying? And Fred, bro, we want that work. You know what I mean? We want Adrian Broner, just to be real with you. Adrian Broner undefeated in the lightweight division. Adrian Broner, a 4-division world champion, who been in the ring with some of the best, Manny Pacquiao, Sean Porter, Mikey Garcia, Marcos Maidana, and he's never been knocked out before. Never been knocked out. Undefeated at lightweight. I think this has the potential to be the biggest fight in boxing. You know what I mean? Devin Haney is a huge name. You know what I'm saying? He's really making noise in the sport of boxing. He has all the skills to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? And Adrian Broner, I think he's one of the biggest names as well. Adrian Broner, he's always been a star in the sport of boxing. He's still relevant. People hate him just like people hate me. People hate AB just like they hate Fred. They want us to see us lose so bad, Fred. But guess what? We still winning. You know what I mean? Hey, Fred, man, I see you putting pressure on a lot of people, man. I got to respect that.
It's exhausting. Let me tell you, this shit is exhausting. I'm like, God, can I just I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, can I get a break? But my spirit won't let me, man. Shit, man. I didn't want to talk about Robert Garcia, but I'm like, it's who I am as a human being, you know? Like, it's like, man, fuck, man. I'm like, can we just get a break from this shit? Can we just watch a boxing? Can we just have a week or two and just watch boxing? You know what I mean? Oh, damn. But it's, whew. Yeah.
You're doing a great job. You know what I mean? I see you talking about Showtime. You saying they're pretty much running out of business. You put the numbers up on your previous video, and it wasn't good at all. Those numbers were really low.
Terrible. Those numbers are terrible. Honestly, I ain't gonna even lie to y'all niggas. You can put a fight on anybody's YouTube channel and they'll be comparable. I'm being honest. Anybody, you can put on your YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, whoever else YouTube channel, Blue Blood, it's gonna have the same numbers, dog. I'm just being honest. I'm just telling you the God honest truth. You know, those numbers are like, I mean, shit. 150,000? Nah, that's not good at all. So fighters got to do their part. You know, fighters are see, here's the it just came to me right now. One of the enigmas of PBC fighters is that, especially the ones that fight on Fox, is they believe that they're a Fox fighter. You're only a Fox fighter the week that you fight on their network. They They don't put you in their programming. You're not on no Fox TV shows. You're not in the wrestling shit. You're not on the NFL. You're not. So just that week. So what they do is that they just assume that, hey, Fox got me only that week. You understand what I'm saying? The other 51 weeks that you're not fighting, you need to be in the barbershop. You need to be with Blue Blood, everyone else. You need to go to the Boxing Voice. You know, you got to stay relevant. Fighters just think that, I mean, it's only 5 fighters that can just pop up, you know, and that's arbitrary in today's America. You know, you can't just pop up and be like, hey, you really gotta like stay relevant. And it's an easy time to stay relevant. You know what I mean? Especially if you're a black fighter, it's a really easy time to stay relevant. You know, Black Lives Matter. Just post that shit once every 3 days. Black Lives in some capacity. You'll be good. You know what I mean? So
So Fred, what do you think Showtime can do to pretty much get their numbers up?
I want them to keep doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? I want them to keep doing what they're doing. And the reason why I want them to keep doing what they're doing because they think they got the game plan that works. And I say that about all of them, not just Showtime. And because Showtime is the last thing to fight and it's pretty popular because of Paulie. But even DAZN, DAZN got to invest in these independent media outlets. You understand? Because guess who I talk to every night?
Akin Barack.
Yeah, Akin Barack. Barack does. I'm talking about just the fans itself. I don't talk to them every night, but I'm just talking about the fans. You actually should be a guest on their show. That'd be a pretty dope show. I talk to the fans every night. Every night. And there's nothing they can do about it. You understand? And the people I talk to is the concentration of boxing. It ain't like I'm not talking to the people that bought Floyd Mayweather tickets because they thought it was the it. I'm talking to the Floyd Mayweather. I'm talking to fans that saw Floyd Mayweather knock out that Mexican in an open arena in his first fight. You know, that's who I'm talking to. You know, I'm talking to people who knew Earl Spence in the 2012 Olympics. You know, so these are the people that I'm talking to every night, and the fans that I'm speaking to are the pulse of boxing. So they're gonna have to make some investments, and they're too arrogant to do it because they don't give a fuck, you know, because their suits cost more than our motherfucking Nike sweatsuits. You know what I mean? So that's where they at. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Fred, man, keep putting pressure on these folks. They still got Karen Swanson a part of that. You know what I mean? I think that's the next person that needs to get fired.
Oh, imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine if that shit happened. But she has no value though anyway, man. Here you go, man. Oh.
Hey, Fred. Hey, what you think about Abner Mares getting that job taking Paula Malignaggi's spot? Are you a fan of that? You like that?
Happy birthday to dear one. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dog. Happy birthday.
For sure, man. Hey. Fred. Hey, man, appreciate it, Fred. Look,
all the time.
You know, Devin Haney always been my favorite fighter. You know what I mean? You gave me an opportunity, and you know what I'm saying? We made it happen together. Appreciate it, Fred, for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? That mean a lot.
That's easy.
Easy work, man. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, happy birthday. Turn up one time.
Yeah, we're gonna turn up. I'm gonna call in too. I'll let me.
All right, one. All right, happy birthday. You ready, E? Are you good? Are you still doing what you're doing? All right, I'll come back to you. Yeah, I'll go to a caller. Coming now. You know, Eric lost in his house. Call me now. So yeah. Oh man. All right, we'll go to E right now. Oh, too late.
By any means necessary.
Block for me, black man.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Fred?
How you feel?
That's your rage, bro.
Oh, what's up, homie? How you feel?
I'm good, man. I ain't talked to you in a while.
I know
But
that's
yeah, I had to call because the black on black crime
yeah.
conversation
Let's talk about it.
always bothers me. People don't really get in depth because they take one section of it and then focus on it and think that's the real cause. But there's so many different causes,
Mm-hmm.
and you cannot exclude proximity, even though he doesn't or people don't think proximity is something that you should talk about, but it is very much a part of what is the reason why some of us do the things we do, because we can't go outside of our community and have a no snitch policy in place. You know what I'm saying? Our culture is what is fucking us over. You know what I mean? We got a whole group of young kids that have no regard for life, man, and it's because of our hip hop and hood culture. The no snitch policy and all that shit. They can maneuver in the hood like that and don't feel like they'll get caught. But you can't go in the white neighborhood or be in proximity around white people and think that you're not gonna get caught because they're gonna snitch. There's too much shit going on. So they move different. They're afraid of that. But in their own hood, they feel like they can get some shit off right in front of motherfuckers. Ain't nobody gonna say shit. Or they gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different type of code. You know what I mean? And then that's just one thing. There's other things. You know, the hip hop culture itself. See, people don't understand. We weren't always like this at all. After slavery, we had Reconstruction. We was building these wall streets everywhere. That's not how we was conducting ourselves post slavery. So yeah, we have self hate, but it wasn't prevalent in those towns like that, was it? So think about it. How do we develop self hate? How we develop self hate is the fucking culture we develop through media, music, and hip hop and all this stuff. I'm gonna show you. I can break it down how. Because you remember the good shows we used to watch, like Happy Days and what's that other show with Raj and all them, and they were going to college and all that stuff, and the Cosby Show. They showed all that positive stuff, and we had so many people in school and so many kids going to college and all this stuff going on. Then they start switching when they start studying us post Reconstruction. They start realizing that we do things because of what celebrities and people we think are famous do, and we emulate that. So they started putting images in front of us they wanted us to be like.
No, they convinced us that.
They started with Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith started taking you from thinking it was cool to go to college to start, you know what I'm saying, messing with the girls and talking about the nerd and making it like it was stupid to be smart and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they switched it from that to the gangster image, to the gangster rap. And they started funding the gangster rap and taking the money away from the conscious rappers. You remember that? You hear me? Then they started continuously funding even more reckless images of people, so to the point where our kids are emulating people that they do not need to ever emulate at all. And they're not putting them, the people that, the 24 karat gold people don't never put the money behind people we need to emulate.
Oh,
they put it behind the people that's going to destroy us every time. And we're going to continue to try to be like that. Every little girl in the hood want to be like Cardi B and Beyonce and all that, and every nigga fool in the hood want to be some rapper. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't wearing skinny jeans and dreads until Lil Wayne was doing it. Remember that? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. We follow who we think is got the money. We listen to people who got the money. We want to be just like them. And if we think that's what gets money, that's what we're going to be. And that's what we're going to strive to be. Same thing with like how we treat women. I promise you this. And the women got the control over this. If the women stop accepting, look, all species of animals on Earth do what it takes to mate. You hear me? That's what it's all about, mating. The peacock, he show his feathers and shit for the female like him. The ram, butt heads with the other ram, so he can get the mate. But we don't understand. Women don't understand. They dictate what we do in order to mate. They can change men overnight. You know what I'm saying? Just by what they accept and what they will accept, what they think is attractive, what's not attractive. Do you realize that if women start changing what they're attracted to, that all of us will change what we do to get them? I promise you that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so many different things that affect us. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's mainly who we think is like what we want to strive to be, because we already downriding and hurting. We want to get rich fast. You know what I'm saying? People that don't have generational wealth, that don't understand what wealth is, they want to get rich fast and they don't care about how they get there. Some of them coon to get there. Some of them do some gay shit to get there. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But as soon as we change who we emulate, that's when everything's going to change. I promise you that. And we got to start with our kids because we can't do nothing with the leaves, but we can start with the roots. You hear me?
Gotcha.
But I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm rambling.
No, you're not rambling.
But I'm just like, it's like too much stuff, and I really think people need to think about this. The proximity stuff is also another thing I need to talk about too, because it's definitely real. You live around the people you gonna steal from. I mean, you can't go that far if you're poor. How far can you go away from the people you're stealing from? And I promise you, in the mixed neighborhoods I live in the South City of St. Louis, I got robbed by a white boy at gunpoint. So don't think that interracial crime don't happen when you live around them in proximity to them. It's gonna happen to you depending on who you live with. If I live in a trailer park, I'm gonna get robbed by a white boy because that's where mostly live there. If I live in the hood, I'm most likely gonna get a crime committed against me by a black person. Ain't no white person finna come in the hood to commit a crime if he don't live over there. See what I'm saying? Like, this proximity does matter. I mean, people think they can get stuff off easier in their own hood because of the way we have this code and maneuver. But I'm gonna get out of here, bro.
I appreciate you.
Later, bro.
All right, well, I got you next. E336. I see you eating. Take your time. Take your time.
What's up, Fred? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, I've been listening to this black on black crime thing. A lot of people got a good point, but you're from Cali. I'm from North Carolina. What do they call the hood in Cali? Is it called the projects in Cali?
Yeah, it's called the Project South Central. Yeah, go ahead.
And we all familiar with what a project is, right? A project has an independent variable, a dependent variable, a conclusion. It steps to a project, right?
Mm-hmm.
The project is to get the black man away from his family to ruin his children. Why are there an abundance of white people in the project? Because they're not a part of the project. And then you got this thing called a television program. Yeah, it's in words. But if you got a person that's oppressing a person and poisoning their people for hundreds of years, when are we how much healing would you think it would take for the black man to get his family back? Because that's the issue. We don't have our family. We're raised by women. Hello?
Oh, I'm listening. I'm not.
Oh, fact. Can you understand? Like, do you understand that correlation, or is it just me? You know what I mean? Because I hear a lot of people blaming black on black crime on black people when you went from a slave to Reconstruction to a science project. You know what I mean? Am I going too far? Am I reaching?
No, we're listening. We're totally listening.
That's what. Yeah, and I just want people to know, like, until the system is not broken. The system is working perfectly fine. It ain't no system for black people. When they wrote the Constitution, we wasn't even humans. The white man is mad at the black man because the other white man allowed the dog to sit at the table. Simple as that. The most misinformed person in the world might be the broke white man because he think he a part of the program. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not racism to me, in my opinion, is a weapon of mass destruction. You know what I'm saying?
Say it again. You said what?
Huh?
You said racism is a weapon of mass destruction.
Racism is a weapon of mass destruction for poor people. There's only one person that counts in the elite, and the name begin with the J and end with is a 3-letter word. There's only one race according to the elite. You know what I mean? And begin with a J. You feel me? You see what I'm saying?
78 calling 24 carats people.
Yeah, and the teachings of the elite, black are dogs. You know what I mean? So in order for us to get to, I believe, in order for us to get to where we need to go, we gotta first build the black man up. But we gotta build the black man up by in competition with the science project that's continually going on right now. You know what I mean? Back in the day, we had rappers like MC Light and all that, speaking of women, and Queen Latifah, even though, you know what I mean, the times have changed and some of these people have turned coat, you know what I mean, to push an agenda. But we got to win our conscience back. But we got to first understand that stuff like white religion is not something that a black man can get. You cannot get black greatness from a white book. You know, but that's just my opinion. I love the show. I listen to it every night. Although I don't call every night.
Thank you.
You got some educated brothers who come calling in.
For sure.
I love your show.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna join the Spotify, James.
That's love.
And I'm gonna support Pebble.
That's love, man. I appreciate you.
All right, brother.
All right, one. Speaking of Spotify, here's the link. Go support the Spotify, man. You know what I mean? Because if even if we can't do it, we can still go live on Spotify, I think, or something like that. Or we'll figure that shit out. But at least you'll know where to get it. I gotta get Ian. He's been waiting patiently. Are you done eating? You done? You good? Thumbs up. All right, good. All right.
Circle got smaller, everybody can't go.
Let me read the definition of project. An individual or collaborative enterprise that is carefully planned and designed to achieve a particular aim. A government subsidized development with relative low rents. An estimate or forecast of the basis present trends. Excuse me. Go ahead, E.
Yeah, I'm glad that caller said that, you know, because that's people forget about that. You know, people don't understand that the projects, exactly what it was called is exactly what it is. And that was done on purpose. You know, I was talking to this chick, she was from Trinidad, and I was breaking down the whole project thing to her, and she just was not getting it. You know, she was on this All Lives Matter thing, and she just couldn't understand what I was breaking down to her with the whole project concept and what it was about, and how it tore Black families apart. This is why Black on Black crime is not that whole term, you know what I'm saying, is not real. It's about proximity. And Fresh said it, you know, Reggie described it, you know, but then said it didn't exist. And Fresh said it at his call, that you have to address the mental illness. And that's something that was never done to us. You have to understand the conditioning and damage that has been done to us, which the trauma is what causes the individual to murder, because murder is about proximity, like the other caller said. When you with that trauma, when you go into the people that you're around, you are going to murder, kill, rob, whatever the case may be, you know, in around the people that you are around. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, it's only when you have white Americans who are the architects of murder and rape that it's outside of their community. You know, you have serial killers, you know, that do certain things outside of their community. But for the most, you know, it's about proximity. You have rapists. You know, rapists don't go out of the community to rape. They rape in the community. It's about proximity.
You know, to add to that point, Reggie Owens didn't know he said it, but when he stated that they moved from South Central to Rialto or the Inland Empire, Palmdale, that was an admission that proximity plays a role into what happens.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, one thing that Reggie said that I agree with, you know, is that people are comfortable with lies, and that's very true. That's very true. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I mean, and that goes into religion, that goes into politics. You know what I'm saying? People, the lies that they believe are become a fabric of their lives. So when you tell them something that's against what they believe their whole life, it's like you're saying their life was a lie. You know what I'm saying? So of course they're gonna, you know, fight against that, because you're saying something that's conducive to what they hadn't been taught, you know, or what they think is true, because they're comfortable with the lie. That's why the truth is uncomfortable. It's one thing about a lie. A lie, if you say it enough times,
you believe
what I'm saying? It becomes the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing about a lie is it doesn't live forever. The truth will always expose itself. You see what I'm saying? And I had this discussion with this white dude. He's trying to say, oh, with black people, whatever, they're trying to rewrite history. No, we're not trying to rewrite history. We're exposing the lies that have been told for so many years, not only to me, but have been told to your people as well. You know what I'm saying?
I'm listening to you. I was just yawning. Yeah. I was just
yawning. So you like Anfred said, you can't dismiss mental illness, you know, and like the caller was saying, is, you know, it's definitely, you know, proximity is definitely, you know, an issue. It's part of it as well, you know. So that's, you know, it's all in one. Another thing, man, I want to talk about, kind of getting off the subject.
Mm-hmm.
Have you are you familiar with cryogenics?
A little bit, not as much as you though.
Okay. You know, I'm having issues with my knees, and I was talking to this cat at the gym tonight, and he says that that's what Tyson is on.
Yeah, I see a lot of fighters. Danny Garcia, all of them do it now.
Yeah. He said that's what Tyson is using, cryogen. It's like a
remind me to ask the fighters as they come in, so that just send me a DM or something when we.
It's like is it a prescribed? It's like a prescribed steroid. Is that right?
Well, I don't know that, but cryogenics is when they freeze you, right?
Not from what. That's what I thought, but
no, it's not. I thought cryogenics is when they freeze you and you go.
No, he was saying it was some type of prescribed steroid, and what it does is it kind of revitalizes the body. You know, he said he was on treatment of it. He said he was also on treatment with it, and he said that it revitalized him, and he had the ability of like a 30-year-old.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
this dude is like 50. This dude is like 50, 54 that I was talking about.
Oh.
And so I was like, you know, I said, man, I want to definitely check that out, you know, and see what that's about, man, because, you know, although I can get to the gym and I can do a good, you know, upper body workout, I can't, my mobility is affected. I can't work the bag like I used to. I can't do the leg workout like I used to because, you know, my knees are just killing me, man. I don't know if it was all of the picking that I did, you know, for my career of fighting or what, you know. But
I know they got that platelet surgery. It may be covered through your insurance, you know.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay. Let me jump back in the chat and finish eating, man. I appreciate you bringing me in, brother.
Oh, all the time. What you have for dinner? What you have for dinner?
Definitely, brother. What's that?
What you have for dinner, dog?
What did I have for dinner? Onion rings and a turkey burger.
You made it or you bought it?
The turkey burger?
Yeah, did you make it or did you buy it?
I made it. Yeah, I made it.
And you made the onion rings too?
No, I bought the onion rings.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say you working. You working.
Yeah. I got skills. I just didn't go all in tonight.
Onion rings work. So you went and cooked the turkey burger, ran out and got the onion rings, and now you got your pink lemonade. Now you gravy, right?
I cook a mean chili, man, and I'm actually thinking about canning, man. I need to can my chili. I make a mean ass chili.
Okay, man. Hey, them pop-ups are doing hella good right now. Black people are supporting those pop-ups now, especially in Los Angeles, because I've eaten at a lot of pop-ups in the past 4 months. You know what I mean? And because of the restaurants, you can't eat in the restaurants right now here in Los Angeles. So the pop-ups are doing exceptionally well.
That's an idea.
For sure. Put that shit on the back of your truck.
Yeah. No shit.
Sure.
All right, my brother.
Appreciate you, dog.
Man. All right. Later.
Yeah. So I put up the projects. All right. Here's the project. Let me read it. I gotta go to another screen. Techwood Project was an early public housing project opened just before the first houses. So this was one of the first projects, just so you guys have some historical perspective. All right, August 15th, 1936. Hey, the same birthday as Nipsey. You know what I mean? complex, and it was made for the students at Georgia Tech. And I believe now it's I'm not sure if it's still there. Someone in Atlanta, Georgia, in the chat can let us know if it's still there. Except for a few historic buildings, Techwood Home was demolished in 1996 before the Summer Olympics. It is neighboring Clark Howell Homes, now mixed use, called Centennial Park. First phase. I actually went through there. Former residents were legally co-ed given Section 8. Here's your answer right here. Hence the new name. Former residents were relocated to other areas and given Section 8 vouchers to pay part of their rent. Many moved back to Centennial Place, though it had far fewer subsidized units than Techwood Homes. There you go. There's your answer. So that's so you can have some historical reference, because that way next conversation it'll be more fact based. Yeah, man. It's I don't separate it, because I think both arguments have great points. And it's like, why do you got to be a Democrat your whole life? You can vote for Republicans too. You can vote for the Green Party as well. You can vote as an independent as well. I think everything falls under that umbrella. I think what we disagree on is, one of the disagree. I'm not speaking for y'all. What I believe is quite possibly that the root of it, people think the root is us because of free will, and of us believe it's the trauma of the systemic oppression that's been on Black people since America's inception. So we can go either way with it. But I'm just a champ. I you just put something in the chat and I said champion. Oh, Philip H put something. I said champion. But I believe that it's all under one umbrella. I think we're arguing to some degree. I think we're fighting over the chicken or the egg.
My nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real nigga celebration.
What's up?
What's going on, Fred? How you doing?
I'm feeling great, man. What's new?
Man, I just want to come in and touch on the black on black crime situation conversation we all had.
Sure.
I don't want to sound like I'm overstepping.
You ain't got to preface nothing. We in the barbershop, nigga. You ain't got to preface
man,
shit.
it's like this, Fred.
Yeah.
I'm hearing everybody saying black on black crime and proximity and all these things, which all those play a factor. But I am not hearing anyone say it starts at home.
Mm-hmm. Reggie was talking about that.
Our brothers need to snatch back what they are. They claim to be kings. Then snatch back your kingship, and that starts at home. That starts by showing your sons and your daughters how Black men are supposed to carry themselves. They're women, they're supposed to show their daughters and their sons what's needed. Now, I called in before, and I'm quick to say this. I had 5 children, 4 daughters, 1 son.
Beautiful.
And as they were coming up, I made sure it was my business. I didn't care if they liked it and who else didn't like it. I made sure it was my business to be in their business because I am the parent. And I have, you got to protect yours. You got to put it into their minds and their heads, the way of thinking and the way this world thinks against them. Now, we know, I heard that caller say that the system isn't broken, and they were right. The system is set up just like it is to keep you down and keep them up. Black people always run to vote for a president, and then they don't vote for anybody else. But like I said, you want to make a change, start voting for the people at your city, at your level. You know what I mean? You vote for them at home and try to get some things changed. Because going straight to the president and not voting for people in your hometown to help them move up the ladder to be congressmen and shit, you put a president in there with nobody to help him fight, then what did you just do? You put him in there handicapped. We're handicapping ourselves because, I'm hearing everybody say, well, the little thugs be outside, they do their thing and snitch and all that. Fuck that. Get that little thug that belongs to you and snatch his ass back in the house. Teach him something other than being a thug. Now, I did my thug thing. My mama and them kicked my ass when I got out of line. Simple as that. My kids got out of line, I put something on them. Simple as that. You got to raise the kids to respect you, respect others, but not take no bullshit. But you got to teach them where they know how to use their mind. Can't be physical all the time. That's just it, you know. I just want to reach in and touch because in my heart and my way of thinking, this shit could be stopped. But we got to start at home. Quit looking to Nick Cannon and all these rich people because they got money. So the minute they say something and somebody threatening to take their money, they gonna shut up. You poor. Black people, you ain't got shit for them to take. So we need to be the ones that's telling the truth. The people from the hoods need to be the ones to start telling the truth and speaking out. What's somebody gonna do to them? You know what I'm saying? You ain't in front of thousands of people on TV. You ain't a radio personality. You a motherfucker that's going to a 9 to 5, putting it in, and taking this bullshit that the game that these rich people are playing with our lives. But people don't understand it. You could be a thug, but you could be smart. At least have some sense. You got to have a plan in order to get this done. I love your show, Fred. I'm always listening.
Thanks, dog. That's
peace and love, blessings to everybody.
And you know where else you can listen to it now? On Spotify.
What's that?
You can listen to it on Spotify. Spotify.
But
website coming
my
soon.
intention is, you know, when people get to calling, man, they got to start realizing the whole. I see somebody talking about you got to give people hope. The hope is when you do something great in your house and somebody else seeing you doing and your kids are doing good, you just gave a motherfucker hope. Now, if they don't look at that and aspire to do better, then they don't want better. My point out my life for my children was hope. To see them doing the job and the way they have grown up now is hope. But I believe in making movements on that hope. Teach them, prepare them. But I can't do it by myself. I got to, you know, other parents got to do it. They got to. Other brothers and sisters that's single with no kids, it's even better for you because you don't have as many things to look out for while you stand strong. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get off, man. Take it easy.
Appreciate you.
Love the show.
All right, one.
All right.
And you know, I'm about to break y'all little hearts, man. You know, another thing too that's holding us back is religion. Religion. And I'm gonna speak from the perspective of a woman. Here's the most challenging thing. One of the more challenging things, and I'm willing to bet that this argument has probably never been raised, but what is it? 55-45 single parent homes. You know, I mean, the divorce rate is like even 50-50 or like 55-45, somewhere in there. So that means by and large, the mother is raising the child. Right? Now, with that being said, find me a religion where it gives the woman a superior mindset. Now, if the woman does not have a superior mindset, how can she raise superior children? And I don't mean it from a male's perspective as it pertains to, one second, Asia, as it pertains to like a man is, I'm just talking about how Jesus told the woman she was inferior. How Muslims say, hey, not only, I mean, one woman is not, I'm talking about the mindset of a woman. The one woman ain't good enough. A Muslim man can have 4, you know, and the list goes on and on and on. Catholicism, serve your husband, you know what I mean? You know, so I think that in addition to the trauma, in addition to what came first, the chicken or the egg, black on black crime or systemic oppression, that Bible did a doozy on the household. Did a fucking doozy on the household. and we can unpack that. It's going to take months and years for us to come to the acceptance of it. You know what I mean? Because we're in great competition, because in God we trust is on the dollar. In God we trust is in every hotel lobby. In God we trust is in every household. So it's a challenging truth. But if you find me a Bible verse where it implies women are superior, now they can say women are this, women are that, but I don't see no male Bible. I don't see no male books and no female books in the Bible. I'm just saying. That tells you who's in charge. If a man is writing the Bible, and they got Esther. Esther has a chapter, right, or a book. 1 out of 66. I don't know how many books are in the Bible, but Asia Math, what's up? You can say that because you're an atheist. I'm not an atheist. Asia, what's up, man? You gone? You disappeared? Oh, Asia left the show. I'm so far from an atheist now. I'm so far from an atheist. You know, and that's the conversation that that people are afraid to have. His rebuttal, Sir's rebuttal was, you're an atheist. Mary Magdalene was a prostitute, right? Saul was a killer. You know what I mean? Who's more revered? Who's labeled inferior? I don't read the Bible like I used to. I'm not even gonna sit here and tell you I do. You know what I mean? Triple OG, what's up? I'm not gonna sit here and say I read the Bible every day like you, sir. But because your rebuttal is I'm an atheist, meaning you're not even ready to have a conversation about this. Because you just wrote me off as an atheist. Let me tell you something about the human spirit. It's in my humble opinion, it's impossible for a spirit to be an atheist. It's impossible. And when you I go in and out of my spiritual realm, you know, because I'm human. You know what I mean? Some days I'm feeling real spiritual. Some days I want to knock a nigga out. You know what I mean? Some days I got to make money. Some days I got to be real. So I go in and out of, you know, being spiritual. But I don't think there's no such thing as an atheist. There's such thing as not believing in Jesus Christ. There's such thing as not believing in Muslims. But every spirit believes in a God, believes in something. You understand? And it may not be God to you, but it's God to somebody. Anyways, what's up, man?
Is this me?
All you.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say something about the Jesus stuff, and you hit it.
Oh, I hit it.
You hit it right on.
No, I didn't, dog. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
What I say? What I say? What I say?
Well, you just told the story of it when you said from religion to Jesus, what Jesus said about women, but remember, Jesus wasn't created till about during the Council of Nicaea with Emperor Constantine, who actually was supposed to have been Jesus himself. That's how much power he wanted. He created that. God didn't create Jesus. You see the name Jesus? And you have more. Where did we get the word agnostic or atheist from?
I don't think
I didn't know any black people that was agnostic or atheist in the late 60s, early 70s. So who do we get it from?
I don't know. If a man,
white folks.
Oh.
That's their word. Because now they don't believe the shit no more. And they don't believe it because they know it ain't real.
Yeah.
And how many super rich motherfuckers you see hanging up in church? Name 5 of them. Don't nobody go to church but poor black people and poor white people. Hello? How often you go to church? Yeah, you ain't even super rich.
Never. I'm not super rich. I'm not. I don't go. I don't need to go to a church. I don't listen. My spirit can't fit in the church. You understand? Like.
Oh, I know. I stopped when I was 15.
You know, but once you understand, I don't, and I'm not even claiming to be in a fucking spiritual motherfucking. I'm trying to think of the word, the God. Oh my gosh! But anyways, man, deity. I'm not even.
Deity, okay.
Yeah, I'm not even claiming to be that, but I have an understanding of spiritual functions. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I know what it's like to walk in my spiritual realm. You understand? And when I am in that space, it's amazing,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And because of capitalism, I have to come out of it at times, you know.
Well, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And your highest spiritual realm is when you're around your kids or other little kids. You notice how you act then?
I'll pay more attention to that. I'll definitely pay more attention to that. But I don't think, I just don't believe you can be an atheist. I think you don't believe in Jesus Christ. That's what an atheist is. Oh, you don't believe in Jesus Christ? You're an atheist. Get the fuck out of here.
Man,
he believes in something, or she believes in something.
Somebody called me an atheist or agnostic. I said, goddamn, you may as well call me a nigga.
Yeah.
You know, what's the difference? You know, just because I don't believe, I just call myself a non-believer. And they say, well, what is it? You must have believed something one time in order to not believe it. And I said, exactly. I used to believe bullshit, but I've grown up now and I don't take the bullshit. And I remember at 15, my mom asked me, going to church this morning? I said, you asking me? She said, yeah, I figured you old enough. I threw the cover back over my head. Said, nope. I ain't been back since. And I did okay. But my thing is, I didn't grow up in the hood, but we all hung in the hood because that's where all the fun was. Now, what was you doing in 1968, 69, Fred? Not a damn thing, because you won't hear.
Yeah.
Now, black people were fighting each other's ends. They was cutting each other's throats with razors. They were fighting, but they had beef. It's like anybody else have beef and they fighting over a woman or whatever territory that probably don't belong to them. And this has been going on. I've been seeing this, and what I see now is no different than what I've seen before. That's what happens when you be here 20 years longer than somebody, or 10 or 15 years longer than somebody. Now, do I open my mind up to listen to what everybody say? I sure do. I'm not going to be that old man, what they used to say, is stuck in their way. I like the way my parents listened to me as I got older. Whether they believe me or not, but they listened to me because they loved me. And they treated everybody decent. They just didn't like white folks. But back then it was a little different because they kind of didn't like to show white folks they didn't like them because they know their kids could be harmed if the father wasn't in the household. They always tried to lock their father up or get him out of the house. And yes, slavery by another name was going on during Jim Crow. That was slavery by another name when they was locking all the black people up, putting them on the chain gang, still building shit, you know. So, yeah, they don't lock white people up for shit that they will lock black people up for. Will they lie on us? Yes, they will. In the courthouse, in the name of God. And God we trust is in there too. What do they tell you? Put your hand on the Bible. Right?
Yeah.
So what happens when you put your hand on the Bible? You're supposed to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So help you God.
Yeah, and I just haven't seen white people do this. I said they lie in the name of something they made up that they know they're having, like the Muslims said. What I like about the Muslims' religion and I respect them is that they built community and they built a better person better than the Christian church. That's what I liked about it. You know. And he used, sometime when Farrakhan, he said something one time, oh, I'm like a little baby Jesus. Black people about lost their mind. This was back in the 80s. They about lost, he said he was Jesus. I said, well, you ain't reading the Bible, because if you read Psalms 82, verse 1 through 8, it tells you are God. But they knew black people weren't reading because, you know, it was against the law for them to read and all that stuff. And they figured it would last a long time. Then they left us to ourselves like we was when we were segregated. We were learning at a faster rate than them. So we're the ones thinking that we want it to be integrated. No. They said, no, we can't let these motherfuckers outthink us, outsmart us. So they integrated the schools. No, they couldn't have that. We was teaching trades in our black schools and shit, you know, which weren't ours. They were the states, you know. But they were getting a better result than we were getting a better result than their kids. So no, what I see now is, yeah, when you poor and you ain't got no money, shit gonna happen. And ain't no money gonna magically appear in our poor community, which is the project, which is not ours. It's designed to keep us down. And the ones that come out of it, fine. Can you go back and pull one out? Maybe, I don't know. I never been there, but I know I inspired many people that came from the project because I was in a drug treatment program and then joined NA and been clean for 34 years. And I had all these people kind of praising me and that kind of scared me. I was like, no, I can get addicted to this too.
Yeah, don't block,
so
sir.
I did what?
I was telling them not to block, sir. Oh, they blocking you? No, let him talk.
What they blocking for?
Oh, no, he's just a Bible thumper tonight. You know, I mean, he's the Bible thumper.
Okay.
I know, it's okay. I like Bible thumpers. I love Bible thumpers. I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep thumping.
I love seeing them Bible thumpers. Usually when I crack down, I used to crack down on them hard when we were first calling in.
Yeah, he in there every
and Reggie used to check me.
Where's
and I used to get mad. But I kept right on fucking with him. Now, yes, me and Pastor Deacon 305, we be in everybody chat now, saluting each other now. You know, he using that name there, Pastor Deacon.
Oh, really?
305.
Yeah, he's Pastor. Yeah, Pastor Deacon 305.
Just like I like Triple G. Yeah. That's what happened. Even though he's 50, I call him a young OG. Him and Fanon now. But he. You know, he's a Jesus man, but he'll cuss a nigga ass out there. That's what I like about it. Pastor cut Deacon 305 will cuss you out now.
Yeah.
So, but I like him when he get up there and do that. Yeah. I actually do. I like him because it just shows his passion.
Be yourself.
You know.
Be yourself.
Yeah, it shows his passion. Mm-hmm. You know, but guess what? It keeps his mind open. He'll learn some more stuff like I'm learning from y'all. Because I don't think I ever come up here and tell somebody what they should do or what they shouldn't do. And I think I wrote in one of your things, one of your videos I saw.
What'd you say?
About I used to see some little snippy shit in there about me. I said, back in the day, I would have said something to a motherfucker. But
I said something about you? I said something about you? What'd I say?
No, not you.
Oh, okay.
I said some people in the chat used to say things. And I would look at it, and especially if I get some feelings in my spirit. I ain't like that. Mm-hmm. And then I would look, like I'd get up and walk in the bathroom, look in the mirror, and say, oh, you didn't like that? Mm-hmm. Well, it ain't about you any damn way. This Fred show. And I'll go, God damn. Yeah, I'll go look at myself in the mirror like I just did and talk to myself. So that's why I'm hanging around here listening to y'all cats, man. Mm-hmm. And I'm going back in the chat. But yeah, somebody need to read the Council of Nicaea. Every black person that believes in Jesus don't even know when they started Jesus. Started with the Emperor Constantine. Prior to that, there wasn't no Jesus. It was the Father, the Son, and the Mother Force. And then all of a sudden, he got in power. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and he took the church over. So, yeah, I read a bunch of shit, man. Well, good shit, bad shit, whatever. It's good to read everything and then let your mind work and you decipher what's good, what's bad. But I'm back in the chat, Fred, man. Love you.
Appreciate you. Hey, another thing, too, is, listen. Hey, sir, you should call in and help us understand. You know, here's another thing, too. If we're all going to heaven, there's only going to be one person in heaven. Fred, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't like going fishing, right? But if I'm going to heaven, That means I gotta go to this nigga heaven that love going fishing? Or do every spirit like the same thing? I'm confused. Like, what is heaven? Like, is heaven like one big like amusement park where we can just pick the ride we want to go on? Or is it pre-built? You know, like I know the Bible verse where gold and the bricks and the mansions and you know what I mean, but I don't want to go fishing. I don't want to get on no boat. You know what I mean? I don't want to go watch lacrosse. How about if I go to heaven with a white person? Do I gotta eat macaroni and cheese with like not 3 cheeses? You know what I mean? Like I'm serious. Like it's funny that way I'm having this conversation, but I'm being serious. Or how about if I'm how about if I gotta go to heaven with the Indian? I don't like spicy food. I don't. I'm just asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. Oh shit. How did we speak this shit into existence? God, fuck me up the goat's ass. Hey, but let me read these super chats before you go. Gregory X Joseph was a simpleton with his so-called virgin wife giving birth while 3 dudes showed up with paternity gifts. You put that shit in the other day. Champion Heart, what you say? Power Economics, the national plan to empower Black America by Dr. Claude Anderson should be the new Bible for Black people. Y'all spoke.
Block for me, black man. No, they trying to stretch us.
Y'all spoke this shit into existence, y'all. Y'all know who this is on the call. Exactly, Rob. Y'all know who this shit is. Go ahead, nigga. Go.
Too blessed to be stressed and highly favored.
I didn't ask how you were doing. I said, go ahead. I didn't ask how you were doing.
Yeah, well, I have to make sure I put that down. I have to put that, speak it into the atmosphere, brother. I have to do that. Anyway, listen, I want to talk about why. I mean, it's up to you, right?
You can go anywhere. No, you can go anywhere you want. This is your show too.
Right. But when we switched from the Garcia thing to me, it's like it reminded me of me and some guys, just speaking, went to go to a fight. We got guns ready to go. We get to the guys, instead of taking care of business, we looking at each other. They looking at me, looking at us, we looking at them. And out of nowhere, we take the gun and point it at us, at ourselves. So what I'm saying is, how in the hell we go from Garcia to black on black? I mean, they sitting back laughing because they thought, listen, I'm going to tell you why I say that. To me, I paid very close attention to that video you showed. That was very orchestrated, brother. They was picking a fight. They was looking for, even though you say he was trying to save his father, listen, they planned because they knew that they don't have a job to lose. They don't have a job to lose on Showtime. They was looking for a fight. They want to push back and show some things. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think we listen. I just think we should have stayed on course. And brother, the teaching, man, you was. I love what you was doing because you was educating me as well. Because I never heard that in depth like when you went with that. That was beautiful. But some kind of way it drifted away from that. And that was beautiful, man, what you was doing. I could have just, for real, that's why I didn't call in. You could have just did that the whole show with no calls. Real talk. You could have just did that whole thing with no calls. I would have preferred you did it that way so everybody could marinate on what you were saying. Just let it cook. You feel me? I think that would have been a lesson, not just for them, but for us all. Sometimes you have to do shows like that when you do no calls, when you just teach. I mean, I may be wrong, brother, but I'm just saying.
I can be your preacher for the day. I can be your Jesus. Yo, Jesus, nigga.
No,
yo, Jesus.
We ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there now. But anyhow,
I am God in the flesh, nigga. I can be God for a night, nigga.
No. Listen, what I'm saying
Jesus,
is,
nigga.
What I'm saying is,
that's like a crip. Jesus, nigga. Jesus, nigga. It's like
you was on a good vein last night, brother.
I was
And
rolling. I felt good. I felt it.
oh my God,
I felt
man.
it on my run yesterday because I ran after the show. I felt good when I was running yesterday because I was in rewind mode. I was like, damn, I felt good. You know what I mean?
And you should have, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I tell you was cooking, it seems to me, the show was passing by so fast.
It was
until it switched.
Yeah.
Once it switched, it like slowed down. I'm like, damn, it brought us off that high we was on. I was on a high, man. And when it switched, it's like I was coming down off a high. And I was like a crackhead. I wanted that high back.
It's like chasing your virginity, right? That first nut, right?
You should have stayed right where you was, brother.
I tried. I was like, we can talk about this tomorrow, but they kept going. So
if you can get some more sessions like that, brother, I would just every now and then. Just if people really love you, brother, like they say they do, they'll just sit there and let you cook with no cost, do a whole show. Just test it one time and see what you love it.
One time.
Hey man, I just wanted to show my love, man, and let you know, man, you did a great job, brother.
Oh, absolutely.
And I did not want to call. I did not want. If I didn't have nothing to contribute and add to that, but I just want to sit back and enjoy that. That's what you know. What I'm saying. Sometimes you don't need to call. All right, brother. Love you. Love all the brothers in the chat.
You ain't got
man.
no rebuttal to what I said. I said there's no such thing as an atheist or agnostic. You ain't got no rebuttal.
Some things don't need a rebuttal.
Oh, you just call me ridiculous.
At the end of the day,
This nigga called me crazy. This nigga called me crazy. This nigga called me a Looney Tune. Nigga, that's a cartoon.
Listen, all I'm saying is this, at the end of the day, guess what?
Oh my God, this nigga called me
I
crazy.
can't feel you. I sympathize with you, but I can't feel your pain. You can't feel my pain. Guess what? I'm going to tell you something real quick before I get off.
Oh, shit.
My daughter lived to be 6 months old, and she passed. That was a pain I wouldn't wish on my enemy.
I bet.
But you don't know how that feels, do you?
No.
You don't know how that feels, right? But you could empathize and sympathize with me, but you don't know that pain, and I wouldn't wish that on you, brother. You feel me? So at the end of the day, we carry our own weight. You feel me? We can help one another as much as we can, but certain things we have to walk alone on certain things, and understand that God orders our steps. You know what I mean? And I walk. I'm always in the spirit realm, and a lot of. And if everybody's not there, you know what? You can take a man to the water, but you can't make him drink. That's on there.
So he just eats all day?
Hey, no, it's not about eating all day because anything, too much of anything is a sin, brother. Yeah. What you gonna do? Sit down and pop your stomach? Listen,
take him to the water. You can't make him drink.
You don't want to do that neither. You know what I mean? But I do believe that we should stay in that vein that you was on, brother, because that was powerful, and you don't see a lot of that. The closest thing I seen to that right there, I'm gonna be honest with you. The closest thing I seen to that right there, I heard matter of fact, it was like 2 days ago. I ran across a video that Champside did, and it said,
that shit was good. That Champside video was
that
fucking.
Nigga was on fire. Boy, you heard I say
the Malcolm X one, right? The Malcolm X one.
Woo,
Woo,
God,
that shit was good. That shit was good, dog. I'm not sure if he's still in the chat. That shit was fucking good, dog. Yeah, nigga.
I don't know if everybody.
I watched that shit 4 times. I watched that shit 4 times, dog. 4 times. I ain't lying, because I'm a Malcolm X guy. Like, man, you put anything Malcolm X, I'm watching this shit. Like, yeah, man, y'all should see my motherfucking history. The only movie I have is Malcolm X. I bought it on YouTube, so when I travel, you know what I mean. I don't chase pussy. I watch Malcolm X every night when I travel. If you know me, I watch Malcolm X every night in my hotel room. Every night when I travel.
I know that's right, man. Hey, man. But yeah, you and Champside, man. Y'all
that shit was listen, fire.
I got love and respect for all my brothers. I'm just saying that on that type of intelligence, I call it intelligence because if you know this, knowledge is power. It's power because it's power to wake up the dead. If you're in a dead level of thinking, if your mind is dead, brother, and if you have some brothers that can come and awake the dead, then that's power, brother. That's power.
Facts.
Hey, man, I love y'all, man.
Appreciate you.
And salute to the chat, brother.
All right, one. Appreciate you, dog.
All right. Yes, sir. One.
Hey, how crazy was that? Nigga said I was amazing and called me crazy in the same conversation. It's gooda. Hey, Champside, you can pull that reaction. All right. I think that was a real authentic reaction to your video. Pull that shit and you can have it. Use that shit for your advertisements for sure. It's gooda. We have to make our own everything. It's a task, but we are a strong people. We need this commentary within our communities at all costs. I couldn't agree with you more. You know, I mean, I appreciate you saying that. We do. We need to have these critical conversations. And Cheryl Dorsey is coming on tomorrow. So Thursday we have a rapper coming in. So I guess we'll talk. Oh shit, Sunday we got a guest. So we'll find a way and we got Monday we have Lorenzo Simpson coming in. Truck is coming in Monday, so we'll be free on Tuesday to chop it up again. But yeah, man, it's conversations that we really, really need to have. And it's not that I'm right, but it taps into a sensor you never thought about. You understand? Have religion taken the leadership gene from a woman? Ask yourself that. I don't know. It's just something. Have you thought about it? You understand? Or has capitalism made her into this false sense of alpha female? You know what I mean? It's a lot. What's up? What's up, man? It's a lot of conversations that we should. What's up, King?
Yeah, what's good with it? I just wanted to bring up this point too, and nobody's really brought it up. Think about the Holy Trinity, and everybody talks about the Holy Trinity of the Bible and all that, right? Well, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, if people study Egyptians' history, there was no like representation of Jesus before, and like they basically took majority of the stuff in those Egyptian scrolls and the hieroglyphics and put it into and made the Bible what it is today. Of course, there's been so many different versions of the Bible, but I want people to think about that. When you're at the table and before you eat, remember when you were a little kid and you know what I'm saying? You know, everybody go over grace and all that. What do they always say after you get done with grace? What do people say?
Amen.
And that comes from Amen, which is Amun Ra of the Egyptian. He was supposed to be the god of gods. You know what I'm saying? The father of medicine and mathematics and all these different things. Of course, they have a white representation of what they always call the father of medicine and mathematics. And what's it called? Socrates, maybe? Like somebody in the chat probably know what I'm talking about. Socrates or whoever the other person they put. I'm just saying, I want people to think. Like too many of, you know what I'm saying? Too many times we get brainwashed with, you know what I'm saying? Like white supremacy type of bookings, just like the Bibles and stuff, and not going back to our actual factual spirituality, which wasn't in a religious text. If you look up Egyptian lifestyles and stuff, black people, a lot of them had free will. Even the slaves, quote unquote slaves that built, you know, the pyramids and stuff, they live quote unquote better life. They were basically indentured servants. You understand what I'm saying? And after you got done paying off your servitude, you got to be free or whatever. So you weren't just a slave until you died, like a lot of people think, like how it is in America. But that's the topic for a different day. Oh, and last but not least, with the Robert Garcia thing, I forgot to touch on that. Just going really, really quick. The Peripetra natives are in Mexico. They are darker than a lot of us. A lot of us think, you know what I'm saying, because we have dark skin, that we the only people who black. There's black Mexican people down there where he's from. The thing is, Robert Garcia, hopefully you listen. You have self-hatred. You need to correct yourself. You know what I'm saying? I want you to do some soul search. Look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. I am handsome. I'm this, I'm that, because you have this self-hate thing that you're pushing on us. You know what I'm saying? You projecting all that on us. Your father has half African blood. I saw Robert Garcia's mother on one of the episodes, and she has African ancestry. So you're going to sit there and you're going to talk that shit and say that, oh, well, black people don't go through this when your own people going through it. That's called cognitive dissonance. You know what I'm saying? People don't know what that is. Look up Dr. Joy DeGruy, one of the best black scientific female doctors and philosophers in the game today. She's like the Dr. Francis Quest Wilson of today. Just wanted to drop that knowledge real quick. Have a good night, everybody. I ain't calling in no more. Peace.
No, I'm the shit. Yeah, I don't object to your phone calls. You know, they cool. This y'all show. DB. Oh no, Asia, call in. Asia been trying to get through. Asia, we're waiting on you. Then we'll go DB route. Yeah, man. It's I'm with all that. But is Kuta Kinte in heaven? Just asking. I'm not sure if he read 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. You gotta help me out with that. You gotta help me out.
Praise like Jesus, played like Moses.
Hey, is Kuta Kinte in heaven? Did Kuta Kinte read the Bible? I'm asking for a friend.
You asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Hell yeah.
Okay, just asking. Okay. He's in heaven or he read the Bible?
Ain't no both. Whatever you subscribe to.
Okay. How you feel, man? How you feel?
55 sitting on 55 mil as we all
shit. You still didn't send me the tracking number. Is it here yet? Do I need to go pick it up?
I don't know, Fred, man. Fred.
What, nigga?
Okay, now you want to say what?
Player.
Put on your screen. Put it up there so everybody can. So now you want to talk over me. Yeah, that's what the white people do when they don't want the truth to come out. Now you want to interrupt. The receipt that I sent you, put it up so everybody can see it.
You
so
never
they can read
sent it.
And then they'll know when that chair gonna get there. Now you still want to talk, but that's the receipt.
Nigga.
Put it up though so everybody can see it.
Nigga. I don't have
Now it's nigga.
No, I'm telling you said you was gonna resend it and you never resent it.
What you do with the? Oh, you're right. I didn't. First of all, I didn't recall you saying resend it. I said
we agreed on the call. We agreed on the call. Resend it, and I've been waiting for it.
First one I sent you.
I got it.
And then what happened to it?
I got it. It's in my inbox. I got it. But you said the
5th.
You
just want me to send it to you again?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just say that.
I did.
I got it, but I want you to double work.
Oh, you trying to humble me? You trying to? I don't mind being humble now. My pride ain't. I'm only 5'7", so my pride is only so tall. So I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, we gotta help you grow, Fred.
You are. When I get that chair, I'm gonna be taller. And the show, I'm gonna be taller. I'm gonna be taller because the show is the chair is a lot higher than that.
You know how tall I am now?
How tall are you? How tall? What, man? Come on.
Yes.
You ain't even got no, you can't even be funny. You just ruined. Anyhow, what's up, Asia?
I said yes.
Okay, Asia. Yes, Asia. How you doing, Asia? How's your daughters?
Man,
how you doing?
They're doing beautiful. What you want to hear?
All right.
Daughter.
She ain't listening to you. She on Instagram right now. Go ahead, nigga. She on Instagram doing what she do.
I don't do no social media. Man.
I just want to know, did Kunta Kinte read 1 Thessalonians? That's all I want to know. If Kunta Kinte read 1 Thessalonians, then I'll.
Man, if that shit wasn't made up back then, hell no.
Okay, just asking for a friend.
I know they finna be coming for me. Man. What the fuck? Did you call that shit? What the fuck wrong with that dude?
Yeah. Green screen don't have depth to it though, but I see what you're saying. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead. I mean, to whatever anybody subscribe to, you know, get something to shove it down my throat. You know what I'm saying? The best thing that I ever did for my kids is not pushing religion on. One of the best things on rest. I ain't gonna say the best, but one of the best.
Well, you got 4 girls. You don't want them to be inferior.
You say what?
You got 4 girls. You don't want them to feel inferior.
Man, wait. Hey, man, my daughters get a little teed off when they hear you say that. I have 5 daughters, so they be like, "Who in the hell is he? He not counting."
No, you know why I said 4 because I always think of Malcolm because she was pregnant with 2, and then so when I hear you and your daughters, I think of Malcolm. So that's why I said 4, and you know she was pregnant with twins. Betty was pregnant with twins.
Yeah, because they be looking at each other like he not counting you. No, he not counting me. No, I have 5.
Yeah, that knit picture is done. I'm just waiting to get it. I saw it the other day. It's done. I had to add something to it. I had to add the touch to it. Y'all see it. But if I added something to it, so it's not done yet. But it's done. But we just added something to it. So hopefully I'll get it this weekend. But it's done. It's in LA and it's basically 98% done. And I can't wait to get it. Anyhow, yes, man.
Yeah, you lost me. I don't even know what you was talking about.
And I don't know what you talking about. So fuck it. Fuck. Hang up. DB call in and we in the fucking show.
You know what? No, you know what I called about.
What you call for, man? What you call?
Yeah, I know they in the chat. I can't see the chat, man. Like,
they gonna start laughing.
This nigga high as shit.
Yeah, I know.
First, no. Let's back
First
up.
off, fuck your bitch in the clique. You claim West Side when we ride, roll, we quick with gang. You claim to be a bad boy. I fucked your wife. We bust on that. What's up? What's up?
No, I was trying to get in on that one dude that called my St. Louis brother, said he got robbed on the South Side. Now, I ain't saying I'm all this old high end, top notch gangster motherfucker, but who gets robbed by a white dude on the South Side? And this is the killing part.
Oh,
I used to live on Shenandoah in California.
Oh my God, man!
White people was in by 6 o'clock.
He got robbed by a banker.
Hey, banking hours is over at 5. Shit. I don't know, man.
The nigga robbed him and then put it back in his Chase account.
I hope dude don't get mad at me like, okay, nigga, I'll pull up on you.
He ain't bad. He ain't bad. You know what I mean? He a gangster in real life. You know what I mean? He was just,
man, this St. Louis.
Man.
It's been over 60 homicides in July alone. Do the research. Don't just stop at Google. Go to all the search engines to see what the fuck they say. So motherfuckers ain't playing here.
2 a day? God damn. Oof.
Yeah, 60. 60. Hey, but
yes.
At that little house party they had at that mansion
in LA.
And and some chick got killed and some people got shot. Them people selling that property. You think we could get it for like a meal? Get it for the low?
Wait a minute. That just happened yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yeah, on Mulholland.
Someone died in that? Oh, I saw it trending, but I didn't read it. But I saw it, but I didn't look at it. I didn't know someone died. I thought it was just people were talking.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, that
they
happened.
Had the live footages. Well, I didn't see the person get shot, but you heard the bullets. You know, it was a lot of gunshots. I was surprised
because that just happened a week and a half ago in my neighborhood. On Slauson. Literally on Slauson. Yeah, the most famous house in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? It's an Airbnb. And
yeah, well, it's a crime scene now, and I ain't gonna say it's black on black because it might have been a bunch of Asians in there or some white people.
I have no idea.
they robbed motherfuckers on the south side of St. Louis. They sure to be shooting up a mansion in L.A. But what's up, man? We gonna get that motherfucker. You know they don't want that shit no more. It's a crime scene. Insurance people mad and shit. Property value done went down.
Yeah, I'll look into it, Asia.
Well, I'll look into it. that could be the new barbershop. We all come there and hang out.
Shit. I'm not going to Mulholland. I don't want shit on Mulholland. I'll tell you that much. But I mean,
why?
Because it's a drive. I don't like that drive, Mulholland. That shit is scary. I don't like 1-lane streets, dog. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. I don't like them. I like neighborhood streets, yeah, but when the speed limit is 70 and shit, I don't like at night. Oh, like when I went to go see Deontay Wilder. Oh my God, fuck, God.
Yeah, it looked like it's a high incline snake like thing getting up to it.
Man, that shit's
it's
scary.
Like high up in the hills.
Yeah, all that shit. But if y'all see, I was in the next city over. I was 40 minutes away from Deontay Wilder, so I had to take some side streets and shit. And when I went to the Selma Bridge, you know, the Bloody Sunday, we had to take a 2-lane freeway back. Me and the lawyer. Yeah, y'all haven't met him, but he'll come on the show at some point. And me and Ron, I drove back. Man, I had 2 hands on the wheel. I was uncomfortable for an hour till we got to the freeway. God, that shit. Oh, fuck that shit. That shit scares me, man. Oh. And anyhow, yeah. I appreciate you.
Where DB at, man? He been
silent. He in there. He waiting on you to hang up. That's all. Just waiting on you. That's it.
Like, hey, get the fuck off.
Facts.
get. As I'm looking around, see what my daughter's doing. Y'all want to say what's up to Fred in the chat right quick?
Hey, how you doing, daughters? 5x5.
They being quiet.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your dad. We appreciate your dad, and this time next week we're gonna have visible proof of our appreciation. So thank you. Tangible, visible proof. How about that?
Well, I'll need to resend the receipt.
No, resend it because
Okay.
I don't want to go to my because I don't go to my mailbox every day. So and I know
okay.
and I have it in a small business. So your chair's gonna take
and
up a lot of
DB
space.
got it. I sent it to DB as well.
Yeah, we all in the same email. I know that much.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Anyways, you ain't talking about shit. Anything else?
Well, nigga, I wanted to get that mansion.
Oh, okay.
We wipe up the blood. I mean, let's say a prayer for the lady that died, sir.
It was a lady. She was young. She was young.
Let's clear all the evil spirits from out that mansion, and let's go get that mother.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I can be your neighbor. I can get out of this treacherous hellhole in St. Louis.
You should go to Texas. That's where you should go to Texas. Go to DeSoto or whatever that shit is.
OG Eric, man, you be safe out there, man. You know these cats wild out here. I know you don't like
nigga. This ain't
putting their hands
okay. Now you're right. It is not your show, nigga. Hang up because you're
all
just
right. One love, y'all.
Appreciate you. This nigga just started hosting the show, nigga. Get off the phone. Appreciate you, Asia. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas one other thing. You better not ever walk into a barbershop and say a white nigga robbed you. I'm just gonna tell you that shit right now. DB, call in, nigga. This nigga said he got robbed by a white person, dog, and walked into Slauson and Crenshaw. He walked into Slauson Cuts and says, shit, I gotta tell y'all what happened the last time I was here, dog. Come on, man. I need you to bounce. I need to bounce off you real quick. Thanks, dog. I appreciate you. Hey, appreciate you, 816. Hey, this nigga said he got robbed by a white dude. That nigga sounded all of 6'4", 262.
Yeah, let's pray for him.
Hey, but if we pray for him, what God we praying to?
Shit, whatever God he prays.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he got to let us know.
Somebody 6'4", 200 plus, and they let anybody rob them. Shit. Yeah, God bless them.
Yeah, that
all the gods bless them.
That nigga better go. He better go buy a Honda Civic and call it a day, right?
Yeah, and the salesman ain't gonna have to drop the price. He gonna buy it for the first price they tell him it is.
Facts, big facts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So check this out. So earlier, my baby girl, my little niece, my little cousin, and a little neighbor from next door.
Mm-hmm.
So they all next door playing in the backyard. I'm in the back in the gym in the back in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So the little girl, I haven't seen her in a few days. So she's like, look, BB, I got a cat. I'm like, oh, that's cool. You got a nice little cat. She was like, yeah, it was a surprise for me. It's for my birthday. I'm like, all right, cool. So she's all jubilant. She's elated. She's smiling, just happy, petting the cat, still trying to show me. They all 6 years old. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go back and get another round on the bag. And like from the corner of my eye, the cat jumps out of her arm and the cat runs, right? So I see all the kids, like 4 of them, 5 of them, they run after the cat. I'm not paying no attention. So she comes back over to me like with a sad face. And she was like, my cat ran away. And I'm like, no, I just went through the side of the house. Like, you good? He said, yeah, but there's a big dog next door. And I think he ate the cat. I said, no, that wouldn't be the case. You would have heard the cat, like, purring and screaming and everything. Like, no, the dog wasn't even barking. She's like, okay. I said, well, go in the house, tell your brother, who's like 16, 17, tell him to go next door and to let him go in the backyard to get the cat. He said, no, he can't. So I was like, oh, maybe he's on punishment. I said, okay, well, go and tell your mom. And she says, well, yeah, not so much. I'm like, why? Why not? She was like, well, it's not really like my cat. I mean, it's my cat, but like not my cat. It's like my step cat. Man, she said my step cat. That was the funniest shit. A 6-year-old told me the cat wasn't hers. It was her
Step Cat.
Oh,
Have you heard anything so fucking crazy before?
No, but I was about to put you on that. I was about to put you on the Terrence Bailey time clock, though. I'll tell you that fucking much. I was about to give you that TV treatment. I'm like, nigga, hurry up, nigga. You starting to sound like Charlie Brown, nigga. Hey, where's Terrence Bailey? He wasn't in here tonight, dog. Where you at, dog? Where you at? We miss you, dog. We miss you. Hey, this nigga said Step Cat. Yeah, I'm glad it ended well. I've never heard that a term in my life, but you know what? I'm gonna start saying that shit. Hey, that's not mine. It's like my step medallion. You know what I mean? It's not mine. It's like
No, you can't use my shit. You're gonna talk about me, you're gonna Terrence Bailey me, and all of a sudden you're gonna use my shit. Oh, no, fuck that.
Oh God, Terrence Bailey like a motherfucker. Hey, for real, don't his pauses be like, do I talk now or do I speed them up? Like it's like, oh.
Nah, I'm on the Deacon TB side. I love the Deacon. I like hearing him talk. He can pause as long as you want to.
Oh yeah, it's all. When did you become this nigga? When you had to change your heart, nigga? The fuck you got? What? What the fuck? Nigga? What you turned into in 22 hours, nigga? The hell?
My heart changed when a girl introduced me to her cat.
Hey, now you got so you think you got 9 lives now, huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hold on, that sounded wrong. The girl introduced me to her cat. That was earlier in the day.
Bong.
Some people say touche, but where I'm from, we say three shay.
Oh, okay. Okay, easy word. Okay.
Yeah. Another great show, Frederick. Man,
I had fun. It was fun tonight. It was fun tonight. We have Cheryl Dorsey coming in tomorrow. You know, the young lady that arrested you a few years ago. She's coming in tomorrow. Hey, we got a good topic tomorrow because we're talking about Darren Wilson and we're gonna talk about George Floyd's camera. I mean, police cam. So
okay.
So it's gonna be cool.
Good. Yeah. Whenever it's about politics and law enforcement, I mean, along with culture, shit, we always got a lot of input. And with with Sergeant Lieutenant General Dorsey in the building, that makes it. We got a pastor, usher, deacon. So yeah, we got to have a Sergeant Lieutenant Major General. So
facts, big facts.
Yeah, that's our new name. So MIR. How do you say that, Fred?
Mir.
There you go.
Mir.
There you go.
And shout out to Trap Rob coming in late. Rest in peace, Samaj Miller.
Damn.
Huh? Who's he? Samaj Miller.
I don't know. Shit. He said rest in peace. It's somebody he loved, I guess. Somebody we might know.
Oh.
Not related to Master P, Reggie Miller. I don't even know. That shit. I don't know, but yeah, I want to end it on that note right there. So yeah, Sergeant Dorsey in the house tomorrow. Super chat. Oh, that's what you said. Okay. The next LeBron cut short.
I'm gonna Google it when I get off this show.
Oh, he must be a basketball player.
Yeah,
Trey Rob just
it must be like
he
a
said the next LeBron cut short.
Like a
I'm
high school
assuming it was
killer.
a basketball player.
Like a high school kid. Asia Math, Fred missed it. Ha ha ha.
Damn. Yeah. All right, man. So Sir Senior, Double O in the building. H Money, what up, Mr. DAZN? Or Mr.
It's his birthday.
Team Haney. Huh?
It's his birthday.
H Money?
Yeah.
Oh, salute H Money. Happy birthday, brother. Right on, man. Happy Earth Day to you. Happy birthday to your mother. You know what I'm saying? Your Earth Day is your mom's birthday.
Happy C-Day, nigga. Happy C-Day, nigga.
Happy C-Day.
I heard that. I heard that before. I heard some guys say that shit. Well, I don't know.
Right.
I just heard her say that.
I'm saying Fly High came in late. JJ in the building. What up, Jarvis?
That's the first time in my life I've ever said that. Happy C-Day ever in my life.
Right on. That's your creation day. That's what that means. See? Picasso in the building. Who? Ancestral Rage, what up? Philip H, back in here. Deacon 305 and OG Donald Grant. Salute to the OGs. Respect to y'all, Mr. Vegas. Saying
Hey,
G
Mr.
Brown.
Vegas. Hey, Mr. Vegas was on our necks at the beginning of the show, dog. I forget, but I was like, this nigga going hard on us.
Yeah, hey,
you gotta go to the beginning of the show. I was like, I'm gonna get there eventually. I forgot to shout you out though, Mr. Vegas. I appreciate you hanging out with us all night, dog. Yeah, he's like, y'all gonna stay on topic or something. Hey, 3 bad bitches. I thought we were watching boxing.
Hey, Mr. Vegas got a mean streak for sure.
Yeah, I know, for sure. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, big homie. For sure. Ancestral rage, man. Don't ever tell that story ever again, nigga. I have to tell you that right now. But we got it on wax now, so I might make that a mouth. Hey, I gotta pull that shit. Hey, when I got robbed by a white dude.
Hey, Brock Lesnar and Triple H.
Oh God, this nigga got robbed by a white boy, man, in Beverly Hills. That's the Beverly Hills of St. Louis. He got robbed. God, dog it. That's fun. I can't believe that shit.
Hunter, what up? Made it into the building.
Yeah.
The queen of mean, Patty Peppermint. Queen. What up, Patty?
Oh, this nigga a rapper now.
OG Reggie Owens.
Hey, where's Super Coon at, dog? Speaking of rapping, dog, where's Super Coon? See, he just waiting for a shout out. He calls in after you shout him out. Super Coon, call in, man. We miss you, man. Drew Titan wasn't in today, so you could have called in and been free.
Oh yeah, damn, he's been hiding since Drew laid the law on us, man. Yeah. You know, motherfucker be in school talking mad shit, then they get beat up, and then all of a sudden they just be quiet for the next 3 months. Yeah, that's him.
When he leave, I'll be talking again.
Yeah.
Well, tonight was your night, nigga. Tonight was your night. Tonight is the night that Drew Titan turns. The night that Drew Titan turned you into a woman. Oh, you motherfucker. You got me. Hey, tonight is the night that you make me a woman. You say you'll be gentle with me. Oh, man. Come this way before. Oh, you getting there? You getting closer, dog. Ronald, J.A., Trap Rob, Triple OG, Dave Jack, People Hernandez with the 5 mics. All I need is 5 mics. What up, DB? Jarvis, man. Hey, Jarvis be going ham on niggas in the chat, though. You know what I mean? With this intellectual humor. You know what I mean? Rob, what up? It's coming up real soon, dog. It's coming up real soon. Patty D, Reggie Owens on the backup. Yeah, Super Cool got stopped popping and hiding. Hey, Trap Rob, Haney. H Money stand for Haney Money. Mr. DAZN, man. Jarvis, Asia, Mav, Ancestral Rage, Dave Jack. Ancestral Rage, guys, robbed by a white boy. That's never happened to me. I've been robbed before, but not by a white boy. Can't you take it personal, cause the devil is a lie. I'm telling you the truth. Hey, it's all in what you do. Hey, some things you gotta do. Hey, that's a little better, dog. That's a little better. Hey, I didn't get robbed. The nigga stole back what I stole. Hey, I was on Market Street, dog. I was on Market Street, and I had the Sega Genesis. You remember the Sega Genesis and shit?
Yeah.
So I went to go steal some games and shit. And I said, hey, let me check that game. I bonked out the store. And you know what? I had to catch the bus home. I mean, I said, fuck that. I'm gonna fight this nigga. Man, that motherfucking game fell. That nigga didn't even want to fight because I had to fight him. I couldn't fight him. The nigga just grabbed the game and ran. You know, you tussle and shit. And I was like, fuck it, I ain't going back.
Rob G.
It's my
game like I'm A6, learning, develop, patience, determined to be the
greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving.
They changing up like the seasons.
Oh man. Hey, we should talk about the times we got robbed. If you ever got robbed, hey, let the Sarge hear about you getting robbed. Oh God, Dre's finest, Howard U and Florida Avenue Grill on deck, and you. Oh yeah, that's you already know I love that place. I always feel like, and the reason why I go there, Dre's finest, I'll tell you after the hook. I don't need no hook for this shit. Shout out to Jay-Z.
Yo, no, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is in my head. Telling you the truth. It's all in what you do.
The things you gotta do. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, man. Yeah, it didn't end well for him, huh? Hey, yeah. Appreciate you, big homie.
Yeah, man. Tomorrow, let's do it again.
All right. Appreciate you, King. All right, one. Hey, man, what a show, man. It was just infused with all y'all motherfucking personalities, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And happy birthday, H Money. Hey, I don't give a fuck what Aunt Fresh say about you. That nigga say, as soon as H Money hit the building, good night, Patricia. Hey, Aunt Fresh go like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, man. The after parties at Reggie Owens or Real Rap or maybe DB should start doing some after parties. You know what I mean? Love y'all, man. We out this summer, gun. Enjoy work, JJ. I'll holla. Peace, y'all.